Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, the boy, the flaming phoenix rising from the ashes, here as well.
Yes, sir.
And today, we are here to continue, not start a new day, continue the trial for...
Lanna Sky.
Lanna Sky. But this is the same trial as last time. We just defeated Angel Star, and now we have a new witness, apparently. Someone else on the same goddamn day. And, yeah, that's pretty scary.
Something like that.
This trial is so long, we're making it a multiple-parter. And I never
Yeah,
thought
we're
I'd
cooking.
say that. But yeah, we now have the mystery of the muffler. We almost lost to Angel Sky, the prosecutor predator.
Star.
What did I say?
You fused them. Angel Sky.
Oh, I mean, maybe. But, Angel Star.
Well, Sky, Star, it's almost like it's intentional.
Yeah. And now we have to continue on with this trial that we so narrowly managed to slip through. So let's do it.
In classic Phoenix Wright fashion.
Yeah. February 23rd. Hey, that was like around the time we recorded the last part.
So we spent about 2 hours canonically in there, because the trial always starts at 10 a.m. on the dot.
Yeah, this is almost lunchtime.
Mm-hmm. 30-minute recess, you can get something to eat. Mr. Wright?
I mean, there's a girl selling sandwiches outside. Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Yes.
You know, I wish I could give you an answer you'd want to hear, but... yeah.
Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? Gourd Lake?
Usually it's boiling water when Maya's involved, but yeah.
Jesus. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there.
Alright, you can take the wig off now, Maya. I get the gimmick, I get the gimmick.
She does have a bun in the back of her head, like Maya, kinda.
It's got a very similar facial structure as well.
Yeah.
But she's about 160 IQ points away from Maya, too.
She's
Pretty much.
she's not very street smart, but she's definitely intelligent.
Yeah. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Oh, how nice. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn the trial around, right?
We probably have 2 more days for that, but I'll do my best.
Probably. I would say we almost definitely have at least 1 more day. Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. I can already hear the music.
Yeah, this is your boy.
Oh, it is me. Holla, partner.
There it is! It makes you want to ride a horse, this music.
If I ever go horseback riding, I know what I'm
Oh,
hearing.
yeah.
I know what my tunes are playing. They say you show a red cloth to a bull. It'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall!
And both of you are wearing quite profound red. Thought I'd come to take a look. See how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. I've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. How'd you get a knife in here?
I know. Well, I mean, he is an officer, but...
Still. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you get enough on your plate without worrying about other people, comradre? Or compadre?
There you go.
You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. Well, we don't know. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
God, and a flask in here too? You don't say. Not Now don't that just beat all?
Huh?
I seen the red police bro her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
But she isn't in the picture.
Well, no, 'cause it was lodged in the car's muffler.
Potentially, we don't know what the cloth is, but it does seem like it might be a muffler and a muffler. What?
Oh, I thought you were just listening to the music.
Well, that too.
You can't say nani anymore. This is Japan of the US.
The United States of Japan.
This is Japanifornia.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, the United States of Japan. I like that. Long live Britannia.
I like
award
the
ceremony
USJ.
that afternoon. Yep, Edgeworth seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. She was smiling though.
So Miss Star wasn't mistaken?
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
Oil. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, wee! I had ribs today, actually. Very nice, very profound.
Ribs with steak sauce? I don't know about that.
Well, I didn't have them with steak sauce, but...
No, I'm talking about Marshall. Yeah, no, ribs sound great, but I was like, barbecue sauce, baby. Like, what are we talking about here?
Hey, with ribs, there's no limit to the condiment, okay?
I can respect that.
I had a beef pie the other day with a chicken stock gravy. Odd combination,
Okay.
but I made it work. It worked.
Sure.
It was actually very nice. Had it with mash
That was actually
and
like
Yorkshire puddings.
That's interesting. That was actually, it was a 30-minute recess, but it was actually a little more than 30 minutes.
No, we got a little sidetracked there.
36, I believe.
You know, I just noticed there's no women in this jury.
Interesting.
I'd like to...
Well, I mean, Phoenix is hoarding them all.
Obviously, and they're not over 20. I'd
Well,
like to...
you know, Mia's ghost is hanging around.
And we might win another one after this, you know, pair of sisters, you know, both spiritual and physical, 2 different sets.
That'd be crazy.
I'm not complaining. I'd like to resume, to be honest. I kind of lost track of what's going on.
Yeah.
The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
What the fuck? Something went wrong during the recess.
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. What did Angel do to you? That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes.
Stop it, Judge.
What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is that...
Bent. It can't be! This can't happen! What the fuck happened? I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, me too.
What was he getting a suck? And
He's like,
didn't
I
like
don't know. I don't know if we've ever seen him this frat. Like, he is like,
honestly,
actually,
no, yeah.
like, really fucked up
DL6
here.
didn't traumatize him this much. Only Wendy came this close.
Oh, please don't tell me Wendy's coming.
No.
Because they did tease her. They were teasing her in the investigation.
Not in this chapter.
No, it was. It was in Edgeworth's office.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He had the flowers from Wendy.
Oh,
Back
shit.
from the dead Wendy.
She didn't remember me, but she did remember him.
Oh, fuck.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I'd requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable! Unacceptable!
Nani? It seems our prosecutioner is quite beside himself. What?
No, I got this. Excuse me, knock knock.
Who's there? What the
There he
fuck?
is! Oh, this theme too.
What the fuck?
He's here! I got
What?
this voice. I've been prepared for this one.
What's with this guy? Why does this guy look like he's from the Mega Man series?
Mega Man, JoJo's.
And I know,
something
like
that,
Mega Man
something
because it's
stupid.
also Capcom, but like...
Yeah, that's a good one,
the
actually,
fuck?
yeah.
What, Professor Malvik? I thought X killed you a long time ago. What the fuck?
I love that beard, too.
God, this guy's
It's like a
more orange
seashell.
Why is he so orange?
Yeah. He's got
Like,
the tan and the suit.
it's like fucking SpongeBob when he like sucked like all that like juice on him to get a tan.
What do you think of this theme? This is a new theme. This is this guy's theme.
This sounds like a theme from the House of the Dead.
I can see that. It's interesting.
A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. He's also too big to even fit on the screen. Like his head doesn't even fit.
Yeah, he's a tall boy. Oh, and the pause! He was just staring at us.
Sir, you can't
Hey!
take this. You can't just take the stand like that. You have to
Yeah,
actually, you know, like be filed in and shit.
He just knocked on the fourth wall a little. There was just like a pause that was longer than normal. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
I don't like this. He's staring at me a little too profoundly.
Yeah, he really does feel like he's looking at you.
Are you the one Monica calls daddy?
Oh, Lord. There's
on
definitely
earth
people
is
that
he?
call him daddy, though. Oh, God, again!
Oh, it's you! Who? Can you stop, please?
Oh!
What the fuck?
I was excited for this.
Emma, I don't want to take this case anymore.
Because this is the thing that makes Ace Attorney, it's the character. Sorry I'm late, Udgy! The roads were packed! It's just me! And now they're playing the goofy music. Long time no see, Udgy! How you been? Swim much these days?
Oh my god, they're best friends. Ah, hello! No, I've been so busy.
Busy, schmizzy, Udgy, my boy! You have to make time to relax!
Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge?
He has a name? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid.
Yeah,
sorry,
Phoenix is still
but,
worried.
like, you know, who are you? Nani?
Yeah, he was pretty scary a second ago. Ah, so you're Righto, the attorney! I've heard good things about you, son.
Thanks? Nani?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! I think the kids call that a beach episode.
No. No.
Oh, you don't want to see that?
No. There's only two people in here that I'm gonna see, you know, and you are not one of them. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright! You don't know the district chief of police?
Oh, shit.
No, I don't.
Wow,
Okay.
so in this case, we met the chief prosecutor, and now we're meeting the chief of police.
Why are his glasses pink?
Good question.
Chief of police? That's really not, you know, in my jurisdiction. He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Stop doing that.
Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. It's so interesting, right? Because he's being all like silly and fun, but he keeps doing that stare and like there's clearly a more intimidating side of him, and he's the fucking chief of police. So
is this what Edgeworth was so worried about?
maybe.
So
I mean, this guy is calling Edgeworth Little Worthy. I don't think many people can get away with that.
So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow.
Damn.
I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
That would be a scarf. Hey, that's...
My sister's muffler.
So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Look at that, he's playing with his hair.
Jesus, so many animations. What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
Movement.
Yeah, they were going off. This is because it's the special case. On Little Worthy's car, no less.
Game 2.
Yeah, you won't get shit.
Aw.
There's definitely a lot more in this one, and then in the games after the trilogy. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
What the heck is that?
What the hell is that?
What's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. That's a different knife.
Fair. Jesus,
we have
tall.
Objection! Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, he doesn't fit on the screen. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running?
Is this not his normal gear?
Well,
Mr.
he means like what?
Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel.
Damn.
But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
Every moment this goes on, I am slowly edging towards the door.
Yeah, that's the right idea. Yeah.
Very slowly.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
Oh, if only you were here during Chapter 3.
Lord.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ah!
The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Me? Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at that blade of the... I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yeah, sure. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gravel anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore.
Wow. He's afraid to open the switchblade.
I wouldn't be
Come
able to
on,
do
just hurry up and
I
open
wouldn't
it.
be able to do my objection anymore. My most powerful ultimate move. My endgame move.
Literally has been.
I'm not even touching anything.
Oh, yeah, it's just auto-guiding you. Yeah. I recognize the speed. So you just have to press the button unless you want to... I don't know if you can read the tag, but yeah, you just press the button. Oh, it's, like, damaged.
Broken. What the fuck?
Yeah. What? Don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
God, it's not that big of a deal, guys. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. Blood, too.
What happened to break her knife?
Blood, I mean, broke off inside someone, maybe?
Blood?
Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Interesting. So this was in the muffler, in the muffler.
The plot is thickening.
And it also has a tag on it, and the tag kind of looks like, it says SL-9 too. It kind of looks like a DL6, like a case tag. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Are we getting testimony from Gant?
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? I want the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife.
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really.
Oh, God.
Okay. Department disorder.
Just to remind everyone, this guy just barged in. He wasn't even, like, planned to be in this case. So, like, who the fuck else are we meant to be prosecuting?
He brought the muffler to us, and now he's just gonna testify about it. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Interesting. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. So do you remember the, like, intro? The, like, little animated intro? And it was, like...
It showed Lanna, like, killing him.
Yeah, but, like, before that, before they showed any person, there was, like, they were doing, like, these weird, like, 360 shots, and there were, like, 2 people with knives in 2 different buildings.
Huh, I don't actually
So
remember
that might be what this is getting to. We'll see. So this is the time of the crime? 5:15! Scary coincidence, eh? So he's saying someone was killed at the police department at the exact same time as this murder.
What the fuck? Now we've got a double murder scene?
Interesting. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. That makes sense. A murder at the police department would probably be, you know, kept pretty tight.
Well, I am Phoenix right at this point.
And it's a detective, too. Just like in the other case. Just like in our case. Same time, detective, different place. And a knife stab as well, I think. I think they said that.
Planned?
Maybe.
That was a murder at the police department? A detective?
That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
That it was.
Interesting.
Order, order, order.
Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
Sure, why not? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright. 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. We really are padding out this chapter, aren't we?
The plot thickens. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to
Well, we've been
exercise
talking
my right to
how-
cross-examine the witness.
It feels like this could be leading into some grander, like, conspiracy or whatever, with the weirdness with how Lana's acting and her being the chief prosecutor. Now the chief of police is coming in, and now we got 2 murders at the same time, 2 detectives in different places. Like, this is, like, there's definitely a grander conspiracy to unveil here. This is definitely on honestly a bigger level than any case we've done, but certainly any case besides the last one.
Well, let's find out then. Very well. However, Keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Yeah,
For
because
once, we can't bullshit our way in this.
Yeah, because we haven't proved a
So I'm gonna
connection
bullshit
between
my way in
Goodman
this.
and this other murder. But yeah, let's see where this goes.
Alright. Excuse me, special?
Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Rhino, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife.
Yep.
Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
That's quite a mystery.
And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
I don't like any of this guy's faces. This knife was found on the scene of the crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rhino. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Rhino.
Don't you start too. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces have fallen into place.
I mean, the only thing that we can look at would be the tag. I should... Oh, yeah.
I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time.
Interesting. So something that hasn't made sense yet. So how are things down at the department?
What? What the fuck was that?
What?
Edgeworth?
What?
That last question, what?
Well, it's just playing into the next part of his testimony.
Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eyes there, Rhino, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask?
What a cop-out.
No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lanna's case and all.
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Yep. A detective was killed. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor parking lot.
Same time.
Another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact! Surprising, isn't it, Uchi?
I am at a complete loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
Okay. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rhino.
I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Interesting.
Well, we know the victim was found in the... We know when the victim died was 5:15. We heard that. Victim was found... We know it's the police department. I guess they could get more specific. And I don't know.
How the victim was
Whatever you
killed?
want. Yeah, that we could do that. I mean, whatever you want to do is fine.
Need more details. Well, how was the detective killed?
How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the Force call a stabbing with a knife.
A knife?
That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit we're cooking now.
Oh, we are cooking indeed.
But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
Go on.
Well, I mean, we know the time.
What do you mean? Is that all they're going to say?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death.
It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder.
Yeah, so despite the fact that he said you can only press one thing, you can go back to that statement, press again, and get the other ones.
Oh, for God's sake.
Pretty
Stick
funny,
to your
actually.
word, game.
Usually you can't do that, but in this particular case, you just it's just Gantz being silly. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll tell you more.
So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Okay.
Can't say where the corpse was found? Bit
Like
strange.
the exact spot. Interesting.
Yeah, they usually draw that stuff down.
Well, I'm sure he
Evidence
knows.
room.
He just can't tell us.
Damn it, you want my
You
help or
wouldn't
not?
know. You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto?
I can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room.
There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found.
Let's keep
Last
going,
one.
let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. So, when did the murder at the police department occur?
Now that's a sharp question, Righto. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Oh, the news. Oh, yeah, and that leads into the
That's
next
it?
statement. Anyway,
What a
so
useless
yeah,
statement.
because the next statement answers it. So, well, that works.
5:15? But that's when the Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
Yep.
What?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? That's what Emma said.
Good thing I'm not taking that case on as well. Coincidence?
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna ruin. Don't say that. This is
You're
just
right.
my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Chief Gaunt, please tell me more. Please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police.
Bitch.
Just because I'm jovial, don't forget that I am a police officer. The police officer.
Oh.
I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand.
Try to understand, Rido. What the fuck?
I love it. Emma and the judge are using it now. Well, if you could prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together.
Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife. What was it doing there?
I'd better check this knife out.
Okay, so they want us to look at the knife. I would imagine it's just for the tag, but they want us to look at it. Because he said, I forget which statement it was after, but he basically, he wanted us to look at the knife. So just check. And then I think, yeah, we can click the tag.
SL-9.
Yep. But it's SL-9 in the same, like, styling as DL6 with the dash, so it feels like an old case. Yeah. Says SL-9 too. What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure, but it reminds me of
Yep.
a similar code.
Yep.
DL6.
Yep.
Maybe it's a case number?
Almost definitely, because it's a knife that was used. It was probably used in a murder. That's weird.
What?
I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either.
Interesting. Maybe I should check the court record again.
Interesting. So we might have something that says something like that or something similar. It's definitely the tag. The only other thing we could press is the button, I think.
Yeah, we can't even do that now.
Yeah. Let's go through the evidence.
Alright, so we did most of this last time. Yeah. Where's the court record?
What do you mean the court record? This is the court record.
Oh, yes, of course. Show me the autopsy.
The autopsy report, okay.
Alright.
4.5-inch knife. Can we check
I don't know if we have that
Edgeworth's
kind
knife? Does it say anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. No.
We can't verify the other knife because it's broken. Alright. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
That's what we gotta do.
Okay. So I need some information on the man himself. And this
That
is
is the
literally
statement
useless
that they...
because the whole fucking thing is blurred out.
Yeah. You can click the front of the card, but I don't know if you'll get... I doubt you'll get much from it.
What do you mean I can click the front of the card?
The front of the card had a orange...
Oh.
Yeah, there.
Oh.
It just says what it says, and what else, why they'd use it, and yeah, they're just making jokes.
Alright, evidence between the knife piece.
Yeah.
We also said a piece of evidence that's been bugging us for a while now.
Yeah, so something we haven't really used much, if at all.
This piece. The badger.
I mean, it is bugging us, but I can't imagine how that is the thing.
Wow. What the hell is this again?
6-7S or 5-12-2.
What does this mean?
We don't know.
Oh.
It's a note that was in the... Yeah, it was a note that was supposedly written by Goodman, and it was in the trunk.
Okay. Okay then, God. What the hell?
So I will say,
it
is that second statement. If you go back one, this is the statement.
Twice at the same time. There's too many coincidences here.
So we gotta connect the knife, as in the knife at the newest piece of evidence. We gotta connect this to Detective Goodman. And really the only lead we have on that is SL-9, because I mean there's nothing else about the knife.
Oh, it's this thing. Of course, it's upside down.
And you notice if it's upside down, 12-2 turns into 2-21, which was the day of the murder.
Yeah.
February 21st, yep.
Wait a second.
Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection! Hey, he was waiting for it.
Are you a fan of mine? Do you know my memo?
He was calling us Righto, and I was like, hey, I finally meet the attorney Righto.
But he knew about my catchphrase.
Yeah, he clearly pays attention.
This knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean?
An honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great!
Alright, that's enough sucking dick.
He is he's not going full fourth wall or anything, but he's like I said, he's nudging on the wall a little bit here. Between his long pauses and...
Yep. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL-9 And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
Yeah,
What's
because
this?
that's why we assumed it was backwards, because this is like the front side, because it has like it has his name in the upper right corner. So this looks like it's the right way.
But
he
that
wrote
does
it
not
like
look. That does not look like a 5. That is a really shitty dumb 5 if that was meant to be.
Well, I don't even know. I think that was supposed to be an S this way too, to be honest, but we just don't know.
What's this? 6 minus S 7S. Oh yeah, it was meant to be an S. 12-2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get?
There it is.
221 SL-9. Ah! Whoever wrote this note was holding this paper upside down.
Yep.
SL-9. That's the same thing as written on the knife's tag. Yep.
So maybe he brought the knife to where he got murdered or something.
Maybe they got in a knife fight.
Because he is a detective. Well, it looks like, because it's broken and the blood looks dried up, it looks old, it's probably evidence in a murder from the past.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because that's why it would have the case tag on it. It'd be like evidence, and for whatever reason he had it on him. I don't know. That part is weird, but he is a detective, so he could theoretically access like old evidence, potentially.
Order! Well, Chief?
Maybe he was looking into like an old case that was either solved or a cold case or something. Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto.
It's what I do around here. I win? What game is this guy playing?
It does feel like he's playing a game, doesn't it? We got a new statement. I guess? Yeah, is this a new statement? This knife was evidence in a case. Yeah, this is a new statement. It's just that one statement, I think. If you go back.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this is a new statement, so we could press this, I guess.
So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder. Okay. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice! Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. He just keeps clapping, and Jesus, his mouth is big too.
Hell yeah.
It was evidence from a case long since solved, so it is a solved case.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. I'm surprised they even still have the thing then if the case was over. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Yeah, I don't know, and obviously in Ace Attorney land it could be different anyways. I don't know what they do with evidence storage. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Capacity for that.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see with that. They might get into that. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Okay, so that's all we get then. So if you go back to that statement again. It was stolen from the department's evidence room, evidence in a case. I assume we have to present something again here. I don't know what we have to present.
So. Yeah, we don't have anything to present in that particular moment. Let's read through the other stuff first.
I mean, it's all the same stuff, I think. You can go through it. Yeah, it is. I want to look at the switchblade.
Okay.
Because I think just read the description on it in the court record.
Oops. Found that we might be able to wrapped in the defendant's muffler.
So if you go back to the statement, the one before, the new one. I think we might be able to argue, like, yeah, it was stolen from the department's evidence room and it ended up at our crime scene. It was inside the muffler in the muffler. So I think we might just be able to throw the switchblade at this.
Okay.
Nope.
Damn.
I thought it might just be that simple, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Okay. Overruled.
Shit.
Okay.
Alright then. Let's see here then.
So I'm not sure then. Stolen from
Metal
the
weapon
department's
useful.
evidence room. Like, in theory...
Why am I even wasting my time on this other case right now?
We're trying to connect the two because Phoenix knows that if we don't go down this rabbit hole, we're just gonna be fucked. Like, what do we have?
We are fucked anyway.
Yeah, but he's like, if we go down this rabbit hole, maybe it goes somewhere. The knife was evidence in a case. Yeah, okay, SL-9. Obviously that was SL-9. I don't know if we'd use this right away, though. The knife was evidence in a case. That's SL-9. It was stolen from the department's evidence room, and that was the supposed place where the other murder happened. The only thing I can even think of is the paper, but we just used it. Nope. Unless it really is something else, but that would be kind of weird.
Maybe.
Or this could be one of those weird double press things. This could be... Oh, you know what this might be? You know the statement where we can ask questions?
Yeah.
You might want to try pressing that again.
Okay.
This might be one of those weird double press moments where you have to go back to a statement or something.
Okay then, let's continue this. On the day of the murder was evidence. Okay.
Nice, nice. Good show.
Good old Emma still
Hard to
being
think
there
it's
for
a
some
coincidence.
reason. Alright, so... What are we doing?
So keep going. I think I forget which statement it is. Well, first I want to just check all the statements real quick. They didn't sneak anything in. So just go through all the statements real quick.
Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? It's not officially
Okay, no, there's no
case
nothing
here,
new.
so I can't talk much
You
about
might
it.
wait. Actually, that might be the double press, the last statement, because I feel like in this conversation we've already kind of proven that that's not true. So just press.
It might
here.
be the paper again, honestly.
I would just press first though, because I think, yeah, we might be able to do that, but I would just press. Yeah.
How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police. Okay, that's the same so
Yeah.
far. Can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you could prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I assume it's the paper again,
Okay.
then. That'd be my guess.
Either the paper or the knife, but it's probably just we use it at the end here.
Oh, for God's sake. There's two
You
buttons
do go
on
press,
this, and I
press,
keep
so
doing
it's... Well, usually most of the time you're pressing, so that is the instinctual button to press.
I know. I'm gonna try the paper again.
No?
What the fuck?
What are we missing here? So it might... Okay, I would go back to trying to press the statement with the 3 options. It's the one before the time one, so go back. Yeah, the one... This one. Press this one again.
Okay. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
Yeah? That's a fact! Surprising, isn't it, Uji?
Yeah, this is all the same. I'm at a loss for
you can go-
words.
Yeah. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? I think this might change here, though. Well, there was a suspect.
the
Just
same.
arrested him, in fact. Yeah, I know it's the same. I'm just saying in general.
That
Like,
was
we might
quick.
get to a point where this changes. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto?
Okay.
Good one! This kid's sharp. Yep, and then here's the one thing and one thing only. Okay, it
Nope,
looks
same
like this...
stuff.
So we know... Yeah, I guess just click any of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yo, no, he's doing the same thing. Never mind.
Yeah. All right then.
Yeah, this might be time for where I look it up.
Hang on.
You want to keep looking? Yeah, keep
We're not
looking.
gonna
But
do
I
that
think
just yet.
Well, like I said, I might get it ready, you know, in case we get to that point.
God damn it, I only see like 2 things connecting them, and it's the goddamn paper and the knife, and I've used them both.
We didn't try the knife on the last spot, but you're almost out of health.
I just did the knife on the last spot.
Oh, I literally missed that. Okay,
Yeah.
now you're at the point where you're about to die, so.
What happens if I die
keep
here?
looking. Just nothing. It's just you lose, and then you keep going. It's.
Oh.
I don't think it sends you back far. Let's see.
It's gotta be that last statement, because it's wrong.
Okay. Can you go through the statements again?
Sure. The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
You press that.
So this knife
Okay.
was stolen.
Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact... Okay, this is all the same. I'm just gonna go through this to make sure that we don't... So I think what happened was... yeah, so we're gonna... Yeah, we could go through... You could skip through this statement. So... I was right that you have to repress a detective was killed at the police department, see what a mess, but it did actually matter what you chose.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah.
So what do I
We
have
were
to
never gonna
choose?
get this. So you have to press this. No, the previous one.
This one?
No, the one before. No, sorry. Forward. This one, because this is the one with the 3 choices. But it actually matters what choice you pick after doing all that.
Oh, okay.
It's where the victim was found.
Interesting.
And then we should be.
Alright, yeah, I don't think we would have got that on our own.
Yeah, this is one of the ones. This might be the one. There are a few, and I know this case in particular has 1 or 2 that are like really
What the fuck?
wild. Yeah.
So tell me, where was the victim found? How'd they expect
Well, I
you to
can't
figure that
speak
out?
on where. Yeah, so this is the same so far. I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. So this should change something, I think.
The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard
Yeah.
of that.
Here we go. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
So now that we got that statement, now we're familiar. Yeah, okay. And that's tricky, though.
BS is what it is.
Well, it's not, like, what this is doing, though, with Ace Attorney is they're trying to be like, hey, it's not always going to be linear like this, and that. It's like, hey, you know. But
evil.
it's very difficult. Yeah.
There's the connection between the 2 cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Happy. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the 2 cases established, we finally have some leverage.
Yes, sir.
Now we can get Gant to testify about the details.
So what happened there? So what do we...
This one, right?
There should be... Go through all the statements again?
Okay. The time. It's not officially linked to the case.
Yeah, so that we can press that now. That it's not
the last
officially
one?
linked to the case.
Okay.
Yeah. Because now we've established that we have proof, so now we just press it. And that see, I said that before,
That's
but like I said,
new.
my
We haven't
order
done that
was a
before.
little off. Yeah, yeah.
I hate that. Never do that again. Ever. Chief. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. Ah, not Righto.
Oh.
We're not close anymore. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Yeah, and that's where the murder took place. The other murder. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag, and that connects the knife to Goodman.
I'm so sorry. I forgot you were here, Edgeworth.
Yeah. We were in our own world there with Gant.
The whole idea of, like, defenders and prosecutors is kind of lost right now. We're just trying to put a case together all at once. And we also know that the detective murdered... Look, and we also remember that and we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There does seem to be too many connections here for it to be a coincidence.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Fuck off, would you?
Oh. He waited for the music to stop. He was like, "You better stop. You two make a good pair." Oh, and now we're shipping. Okay. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. So he knew that already.
I'm
Chief.
not gay.
I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
And the music went back on. What the hell was that? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Okay, Gant.
What? Really? I was just talking out of my ass.
Who would have guessed? He is kind of weirdly friendly, but...
In his own little way.
Okay, we got another new statement now. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
Do it. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him.
Interesting.
Does this matter?
Oh, we're back in the game. I'm not saying anything now.
Oh, how nice of you.
Like, if you ask for help, sure, but we were pretty properly stuck there.
Alright then.
So we could add the division, the ID number, and the gender.
Well, okay, what division was the victim stationed in?
Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Aha! Criminal Affairs Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases. That should be the same division that, Gumshoe's in, because he also is a homicide detective. Oh,
Homicide?
okay.
That would be the
Jesus.
same division as Detective Gumshoe. Yep.
Okay, Phoenix. Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too. So yeah, he did work murder cases, which maybe he worked the case that the knife was for the switchblade was from.
It's almost like a serial killer who was after homicide detectives.
Imagine! Except this serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking.
True, true.
I mean, it could be two people that were working together, but it would still be a little weird to do it at the same time.
Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't on the list. Isn't next on the list. Damn.
Yeah, that would suck.
2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife! What was it doing there? Yeah, we
Can't see
gotten
where
this
it is
dialogue
because,
before.
you know, the text cuts it off, but, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid.
I'd better check this knife out.
Literally the single worst, like the fact that you can't ghost the text box is the single worst part of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy remaster.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking there. It's like literally mandatory sometimes.
So,
Alright, nothing else.
So I would probably do the other statements. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
those two other options.
I wonder if they fixed this no removing texting in the other remasters. Hopefully.
Yeah, I have no idea. This is the only one I've gone through. I mean, I own something. I think I have Great Ace Attorney. I actually haven't bought the other ones yet.
Fair enough. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189.
I'm not going to remember that. Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
No, you're missing a 5. 8, 2... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right.
Jesus, Judge.
Oh, he is going a bit senile, you know. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? Nothing, not a damn thing. The ID number of the victim at the police department.
I mean, I check his ID card. Just
I can't check anything right now.
RB.
No, I can. Oh yeah, it's the same.
Well, I think it tells us something.
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. Wait. Before the game starts to say it. So you're telling me the same guy got murdered at the same time in two different locations?
We have an ultimate imposter among us.
What the fuck?
Or
it just got even weirder.
An identical twin.
Is something stupid like that? Yeah, we're going full Danganronpa potentially.
Also,
like, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck is happening in Ace Attorney right now?
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
it
the
does,
real
Your
question.
Honor. It does. I think. Meaning?
Yeah, Phoenix knows what he's about to say.
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
I have no fucking idea. Unironically, might be
Let's hear
some
what
like
the defense has to say.
doppelganger, imposter, or twin shenanigans. Unironically,
What the
potentially.
actual fuck?
Who knows?
You say the ID number of the detective was who murdered... Oh, sorry. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? This?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same number. That's gotta be.
Take that! Witness.
I know, we're on our last life.
Wow. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. More like every guy on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused.
And this is news. Damn!
I'm beating you 3-0, you little bitch.
I know.
Shut
Not
your
only...
ass up.
Well, I guess actually it's 2-0.
You shut up too.
But
Huh?
what's funny is he not only is it 2-0, he literally won a case in which you were the defendant
I beat your mentor.
and saved your life.
You will shut up and you will get on your knees when I tell you to.
So if anything, that's instead of like 3-0, it's more like a 4-0 at least. Like that, I feel like that's worth at least 2, even though he didn't beat Edgeworth in that one.
Huh?
It is weird though that this is only the third time it's been Edgeworth versus Wright. It already feels like a lot more than that.
Honestly, we're a lot more familiar now.
Just
Didn't we all go
come out with both.
Didn't we all go out for burgers in the last chapter?
Yeah, at the end of the first game. Yeah,
We're a little more, a little more intimate now than before.
we had the end of game celebration thing.
Like, you can't tell
Just
me
come
that
out
night
with-
didn't end in a freeway.
Oh, I love this too. Edgeworth's just like giving him confidence now. Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
I mean, technically, we're not on opposite sides right now. We're just trying to put this together to make a coherent case.
Yeah. Because none of this necessarily helps or hurts either of our cases. We just need to figure this shit out to have any clue what's going on.
All right then. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. I know what to do. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Ho ho! Is it yours?
No.
How are you on the fucking stand?
Yeah, bro has a badge. It's literally on him right now. It's right there.
I know not many people recognize it, but it's a thing.
Yeah, and I think it actually does have like an ID number on the back of it or something. I think we might have looked at that, honestly. I'm pretty sure it has a number back there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You're right.
Not as long,
26381.
That's Phoenix's badge number, I guess.
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Rhino. Personnel IDs are top secret. I love how he's laughing and smiling and clapping while he says that.
Him.
Yeah, but I just love it. He's just like, oh, shame on you. That's top secret. That's illegal, Rhino.
He's the type of guy that only cares about how interesting the scene is, not about the laws being broken.
He's a vibe. I'm curious what your first impressions of Gant are, because he's something.
To walk out of the room very slowly.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track there, because he is scary. I don't care how he tries to pretend to be silly.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. Guys?
God damn it, Judge.
How are you on the fucking chair? Who gave you a gavel?
Well, it's either that or he was a good judge and then he got too old.
I need a game about the judge.
Maybe one day, who knows?
This means what exactly?
I will say, this series, not this series, now to be fair, they technically have done some spin-offs, but this series does kind of have infinite spin-off potential.
Yeah, I mean, this series could, like, even mesh with, like, something as absurd as, like, MLP or something. Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier, literally a minute and a half ago. That started with 82.
No!
You didn't even get the first number right. Again!
Great.
The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Yep.
Wait a second, Wright. What is this?
Mean? That's what I want to know. Also, when we're in like a spot when we're not actually like doing something, we're just trying to put a coherent case together. I don't believe you have to yell objection out. You know?
Yeah,
just
fair.
fire some questions back and forth.
These two love to do it, though.
It's such a dick measuring contest.
It really is.
The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman.
Ironic.
What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as attack, Rhino. Sharp as attack.
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
Sure. Objection! That's impossible! So, what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time. and in a completely different location.
Yep. It appears so.
Apparently. That is what the evidence is telling us as we know it at this point.
Order! Chief, what does this mean?
Objection! No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? I am the prosecuting attorney for the case of Detective Bruce Goodman.
No one ever tells Miles Edgeworth what is actually going on. And I'm all for it.
Yeah, we know Edgeworth's a goat. Like, we know he's actually really good at his job, but...
No one likes him. Not a damn person.
Except for Phoenix. Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. The ironic thing is that people find him hot, and, like, all the ladies love him, but...
Especially Emma.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait!
Whoa.
Or didn't you hear me? Are you walking a little faster now?
Emma, just jump in my hands very slowly. And I will
love it because
Sonic the Hedgehog style.
That was a terrifying face, but I love it because they didn't give you long to look at it. He like switched back on to friendly mode real fast.
That little mask
oversight,
had a linger of crack in it.
Yep, the grave error. Yeah, he's definitely not a great Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. Oh. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. Yeah.
Oh,
Meekins was trying to tell him something and he
shoved off.
Yeah, and Edgeworth was like, get the fuck out of here. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Yeah, he was a goober. Wait, aha!
Yep. The guy.
I think you... Yeah, you were doing it.
Yeah. Also, bro, what happened to your hand? Are you okay?
Yeah, we have no idea.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lanna Sky incident.
Same thing as the chief
said. It probably didn't have Lanna in it. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. It probably doesn't say anything about Lanna, but yeah, you should have... Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. Yeah. He did seem challenged! Holy shit!
You are a far better savage than fucking Maya was. God
Dude,
damn.
This game, Ace Attorney sometimes is just randomly out of pocket as hell. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. Objection! But sir! You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence.
He's so flushed to like get this off of himself.
No, he's actually like, oh shit, this is not good.
The great Miles Edgeworth, made a mistake again?
And this is on top of the fact that, like, his reputation's probably, like, you know, after everything that's gone down, after the last case, and now he's prosecuting his boss, and, like, that looks weird. Like, there's a lot of smoke, and this is... And yeah, this smoke might turn into fire at this rate.
Bro, this is good. He's gonna go on a villain arc soon.
Then I...
So like
Dude,
end-all be-all case of like Ace Attorney, we're gonna get like Edgeworth like on trial for the murder of Phoenix, right?
No, it's gonna be full circle. He's gonna be the prosecutor and the murderer. It's gonna be just like the Von Karma case. It's gonna go full circle.
God. Oh no, don't say that. Don't say that.
So good. Uh-oh. Damn.
The music stopped. Go.
That was the longest one.
Good lord.
No such luck this time, worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
Oof.
Now we get a better look at it. What? Nani? Now what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Yeah, I think Rule 1 came up that, like, when we were doing the angel stuff, they were bringing up evidence law. And how is this rule relevant? Because he literally needed Phoenix to make the connection. He needed Phoenix to prove that there was a connection. So now the evidence is legal. Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. He is the chief of police, Edgeworth. Like, don't forget, he knows what he's talking about.
You would hope so.
This report wasn't on that list. Yeah. And he's clearly more than a silly head, too.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Yeah, he basically used Phoenix to do it, too. Yeah, absolutely. That's what just happened.
All because
he used us as a pawn to catch Miles. Yeah. Damn. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy.
Thank you.
It's weird because it feels.
I'm just doing my job.
It's weird because it feels reversed. No, because usually we're the ones under fire, but it's all about Edgeworth under fire right now.
Again, I've lost to Wright. 65 years. Oh my goodness. By far the oldest man outside of the judge whose name and identity is unconfirmed. It seems.
I wonder if we'll ever find out his name.
It
or
seems
age.
We have come to the end of this trial. That was a short part of what we usually do.
Yeah, I know you're going. Yeah, we might be able to do, if you want, we might be able to pair this with the investigation, honestly, if we're actually leaving the trial here. Yeah, I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? We could either do a short episode, record another one, or we could make a big episode, whatever you're feeling. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. Damn, he's bringing it up, too. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. That's all I can say. It's his fault.
Yep.
Like, it's his fault. Like, it is lack of it is absolutely, like, negligence on his part.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. Yeah, bro could get fired for this. Or at least seriously reprimanded. Damn, you better get results this time. Really. Especially with everything going on with him. Like, he is already, like, a complicated case as it is. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I
mean, we literally had, well, okay, yeah, we literally had a prosecutor get accused of murder while on the stand. Like, while prosecuting. It's not on the stand.
I will grant one
That's crazy!
day as the prosecution has requested.
It's literally Edgeworth that's like, please give me another day, Judge.
Yep. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Dude, with how on the ropes Edgeworth is, you'd almost think he's winning this case. Yep. Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
And Phoenix has said very little lately. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive.
Interesting.
Very well. Court is adjourned.
Are we gonna get any last-second objections?
Nope.
No. Just like that, nice quick part. There, you know, we did get a trial ladder, but it wasn't that long. It was difficult, but not that long.
That was very very short. God damn.
So yeah, I don't know if you want to make this a long episode and do that, or if you want to make this a short episode. I think either way, we can just keep going into the investigation. It's just, do you want to split this, or do you want to...
No, we can keep going.
Okay.
How long has this been going for?
Hour 20.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. It was actually, I think it was longer canonically than it was the time it took.
That is insane.
Which that rarely ever happens in this game.
I mean, it wouldn't be if we didn't look up, or if you didn't look up the guide. You know, we'd still be on.
Oh yeah, we would have been there for a while. That would have took another probably 20 minutes to figure out.
At least. But,
at least, yeah. But either way, yeah. So that was pretty short. So we could go 2 for 1 here, and then that's exciting because if we get through the investigation, then that means we have more trial action next time. So it'll be fun.
Hell yeah, baby! As if we'd conclude an Ace Attorney part when we're not, in or finished with a trial completely.
Who knows? And who knows? Depending on how long this investigation is, the episode still might not be crazy long. Like, we'll see how it goes. The investigations aren't always super long. It depends.
Yeah, but
anyways, I think we're gonna have a lot to investigate after that, though, because we have now we have all this new shit that we have no idea what's going on. Yeah. Anyways. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so... what's going on with the case, anyway? Oh, shit, Emma, that was funny.
Yeah, it really is like having Maya back all over again.
I'm a little confused. I think she's right to be confused in this case.
Huh? What? Let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot. And the police department's evidence room.
What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes away apart by car.
Damn. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or, try in this case.
Alright, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Say what? Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? Right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show.
Yes, please. I mean, okay.
What the hell are you Let's go! Science awaits us!
Alright, let's do this for science.
Okay, taking us straight to the parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie.
Huh. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty?
Oh yeah, I was Angel. The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never!
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all.
Stop doing that.
It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Interesting.
Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum rushed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Makase Kurisu?
You know, I'm sure she'd be a fan.
What's that grin? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. That is true. Like blacklight stuff. Blood is one of the things you can blacklight.
Are you about to do the one thing I was hoping my entire life that Maya would do? Are you about to contribute and be useful and do something that I, the great Phoenix Wright, cannot?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the funny thing about this. Like, wants to be, she literally wants to be, like, because, like, Maya is learning to be, like, a spirit medium and, like, you know, all this shit. Emma literally wants to be a scientific investigator, which fits way better with what Phoenix does than Maya. The only good thing about Maya is she can summon her lawyer sister.
Damn, son.
I mean, in terms of, like, useful, obviously Maya's
that was a bigger roast than what I said. But wouldn't
I love Maya.
Wouldn't the police? But do you love Emma?
Oh yeah, Emma's great too.
But wouldn't the police already have done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
Testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
I don't think you should drink it, regardless of who you are. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Oh my god, please show me that. Huh? You have an extra pair of those things?
Oh,
whoa.
Yeah. This is Emma vision, apparently. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Probably X, I guess. I don't know what the translation is there, but press enter to spray it on.
The A button.
Yeah. Okay, let's find us some blood stains.
You crazy bitches think I'd use keyboard and mouse for one of these games?
So yeah, you could just spray as much as you want. Like, just anywhere. Like, you have infinite. Oh! There's a reaction.
Yep.
And now you just click it, yeah.
I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, this is a bloodstain?
It's so...
Emma, you're shaking.
Yeah, she's not... It's not like she's going around crime scenes yet.
Are you freaked out or aroused?
Okay, calm down. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Hopefully she doesn't pass out, turn into a different person.
I've seen that more than once, and more than twice.
Like I was saying, hopefully she doesn't pass out, turn into a different person. As long as she doesn't do that, we're fine.
No, at least she smells better than that person. Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this, scientifically?
Not that much. It's also a little bit away from the car. Whichever you think is weirder.
The amount of blood. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right?
Or you could argue it's not enough, yeah.
Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean... Look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, they'd have to have been... There'd have to have been more blood than this.
Interesting. Hey, Mr. Wright! I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? Oh, that's kinda cool. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah, but, like, here's the problem. You're gonna make me actually, like, miss you by the end of this case, and, like, I probably will never see you again. Like, damn.
Well, hey, at least the potential, like, balancer is, even if she might not be, you know, quite as useful in investigating, Maya is Maya, so, you know.
But Emma's Emma.
Yeah, I like Emma too, no doubt.
Do you have both?
Maybe one day. Dude, it'd be really funny.
Too?
It's like, Ace Attorney 6, we're like, we got like 7 assistants.
Won't hear me complaining.
I don't think anyone would.
Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
What? A shitty little bottle of spray? Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky.
Love it. So yeah, you can use that any place we go to now.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
For the rest of this case, so it's just... Including here, because I think there might be more to find here, so I would... But anyways, we can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah! Yeah! Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Sprays Maya. Oh, sprays Emma.
Do we think... It's got to be either Star or Marshall. It's definitely you.
It's Star.
Yeah.
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box.
Miss Star!
You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two.
Yeah, she would agree with that. Oh, that looked good, actually.
Day old. This day old deli
That's
box is
fine.
on the house. You know what? If it's on the house, why not? Sorry, it's just that kind of lead isn't... Oh, sorry, that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering.
Fair enough.
Okay. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault.
Okay, fair enough. You're actually sounding somewhat
Emma,
reasonable, all
could
things
you not?
considered. Oh, we know. Wow.
I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. I mean, that is a crime, but...
Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw.
Yeah,
I
we
saw
didn't
Chief
prove
Prosecutor
this
Sky
off.
stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands.
Yeah, all of that work didn't prove that away at all.
I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. You're not a detective, though.
I mean, that's what it looked like, too. Like I don't doubt that. It's kind of just, my only thing is, there's really only two ways. It's either somehow that wasn't Goodman, or he was already dead. Those are the only, because I do think, like, I don't think she's lying, and we have the picture, like, it seems like she did stab him. I don't think we're getting out of that. So I think it's either going to be somehow that wasn't him, and there's like some crazy switcheroos going on, but then what the fuck did she stab? And then, or she stabbed a corpse, which is still not good, but
It's not quite as bad, I guess.
nowhere near as bad.
Still quite morbid, though.
Definitely morbid.
I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star?
Yes, that was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me,
They cough it up.
they'd cough
Yep.
it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
Ha 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 ha.
I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of the suspects after suspect. And before long, they called me the Cough Up Queen.
It's a crazy nickname. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. That would also be a funny... way to get that nickname, but
And-
they're not acknowledging the other elephant in the room with that nickname and her
No, we
name
won't.
and even her design
Sh-
and attitude.
And you were let go, fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prime and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. I'd still be the cuff-up queen. It's all because of that case, the SL-9 incident. God damn it!
She was on
one of these.
She was on the SL-9 case.
What the fuck? SL-9?
I mean, we know she was a detective.
She doesn't mean.
Yeah, she does. Maybe can we present something to her? Either the paper or the knife. What do you think about this? This seems like a generic one. Oh, no. Okay.
The SL-9 incident, it's written on that knife. And on that
yeah, we
note,
could have did either one. Either one.
Goodman was the head of the detective. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know?
That makes sense, because he had the knife. Really?
That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon.
Makes sense.
It was due for transferal the very day Goodman was killed.
Okay. So that's why he had it on him.
As I suspected. SL-9 isn't over. Not yet.
Oh,
What is it
Lord.
with me and, getting cases that are, years old? What's going on here?
Well, I mean, this one's 2 years old. The other one was, way back.
15 years.
Yeah.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL-9 incident?
Now we probably have a new dialogue option now, if you go...
Nope.
No.
Still gotta be doing it.
So there's something else? Maybe the paper now? No, it's gonna get the same reaction. This is the same. Yeah, they share the same dialogue.
Alright, gotta look over gotta look over the evidence again. But what more do I have? God, this is even happening outside of the goddamn courtroom now.
I mean, there's definitely things that she might respond to, so let's just... Yeah, she's gonna have different things that she might respond to. I had one of those when I was up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? But they do respond to different stuff, even if it doesn't open up whole
We found this
trees
ID
of
card
dialogue.
here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure.
I mean, it's literally impossible. I mean, we can leave if you want, but we clearly do have to do something here. Maybe we don't have... You know what it might be? We might not have the evidence yet.
Maybe.
Yeah. Might
That's
have to
so
come
weird,
back
though,
to her.
because this is a scripted
Also,
event. We didn't even choose to come here.
Yeah, but that doesn't... Even so, you also can still examine, because you can keep the luminol, or... I think you have to... I don't know how you activate the luminol. I think you might have to...
I'd have to, click on it, I guess. Spray.
Yeah, spray. There you go. So yeah, you can keep going, because there might be more somewhere. Yeah, interesting. There's none in the trunk. Probably none over here. Yeah, let's go through the other side now. Yeah. Maybe over by the oil drum, because I know the oil drums, because they mentioned knocking over water to get rid of the blood, but doesn't look like it. Anything on the phone? But she did try to call someone. Lanna tried to call someone.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I was trying to remember all the things that were in the testimony. Yeah. Yeah.
This blood must be from when Lanna...
No, my sister isn't the murderer.
I can't help it, I'm sorry.
I love the face.
But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime?
Yeah, we know that happened. 518.
And her right hand is bandaged.
And we know she cut herself, yep. Hey, just whose side are you on?
I'm on the side with the scientific facts, girl. Are you?
Damn.
This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it, and she's still there, giving that face. This just keeps getting worse. Okay.
That's probably everything.
One can never be too sure.
Yeah. But whenever you're satisfied, I think we can go, because we definitely don't. We definitely need something else related to SL-9 to get Angel to talk, so we can go wherever you want.
Yeah. Let's go to the police department. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
Nice. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all.
Supposedly. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is.
She's like a kid at an amusement park.
Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. You've literally been to one already, but okay. Hey, look, it's the two guys that are like best friends or whatever, just hanging out, and the blue badger.
Yep. That fucking badger. You know what? I don't trust it. Spray.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. You can just go to town with that thing whenever you want. I think, I could be wrong, but I do think that there are, like, random... I feel like there's at least one spot where there's just, like, it's random, and it's, like, a joke or something. Like, they do... I'm pretty sure they sneak something somewhere, but,
Wow.
I don't know if it's a cum joke or what, but I vaguely I feel like there's something. I feel like there's something somewhere.
Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
You idiot! What were you thinking? Where's your head?
Sir, it's right here, sir.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was.
You make a good pair.
Yeah, always shipping.
So. The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Yeah, I remember this dialogue.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me.
Of course. The blue badger is still writhing around today. But the badger gets new dialogue for some reason. There's that that dreaded music.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday.
Can I take out his batteries? Damn.
Damn. You're gonna be breaking the good old detective's heart.
I just can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty. Yeah, I agree. We all agree.
Hey. Come on, that's Gumshoe's favourite possession in the whole world.
I mean, he didn't make it.
The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. Well, that's good. They hardly even look human.
What? She has a point. What?
Does she?
Apparently so.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea.
I feel like
why.
Well, I think they're designed after a panda. Yeah, this rings a bell, too.
A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. What the fuck?
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo?
Damn.
Guess we won't know.
So I guess guard station is the new location here. Oh, criminal affairs department works too.
Whoa, everyone looks deadly serious here. All two of them.
Yeah, criminal... Yeah. Yep. We've actually been to criminal affairs, at least.
Yes.
Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department.
Yeah, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot.
Ugh, makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. Wow. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either.
Blood, 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 blood. Test, test, test. Spray, spray, spray.
If you insist, okay, but it's a police department. It's gonna have blood in it.
I feel like this might be the place where there's something here somewhere. Who out here is jerking off at their desk?
Gumshoe. Probably the guy who's actually here.
That would have made sense. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Doesn't look like it.
Is it on the poster? Is it on the toy?
That would be crazy.
The plushie.
That would be even crazier. I could be totally wrong, or maybe I'm thinking of something from like another game or something. I swear, I do think there's some like Easter egg with the spray. But I have no idea where.
Well, it's definitely not here.
I thought here would
sorry
be
to tell
pretty
you.
funny, but...
These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny. They're a lot tidier than I'd expect.
It better not be in Edgeworth's office, by the way.
Oh, I'm gonna try that. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks.
It also better not be in Phoenix's office.
Nah, he's just got images of Lanna on his computer.
Exactly, that's my point.
That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen.
He's literally never moved in this game.
Yep.
What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything! What the fuck?
Someone's getting a demotion. What in the
I don't think so.
fuck?
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah. A poster of a female officer. We don't even have those in the game. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Oh, I'm surprised the spray didn't work on that.
I don't know if it does work on anything other than blood. I don't remember if the I swear there's something that, again, it might be a blood related thing or it might not be, but either way.
That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
I know, the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure.
He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Nice. Alright, there's fuck all here. Let's go. The guard station.
Okay,
oh, no.
Well,
that is a lot of alcohol.
I think I know who the guard is.
I'm waiting for a particular theme to play. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
This is literally like this is so stereotypical. This is definitely what the Japanese think a cowboy's like room looks like. What the fuck? There's literally cacti and fucking like just everything you can think of. Of course, alcohol aplenty, of course. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room, which is probably the most accurate part, to be fair.
So, beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime?
Dude, there's a trap. There's literally like a trap over there.
A lasso trap.
Like a lasso trap. It sure seems that way. Oh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. What the fuck are you on, Emma?
Do you want a minute alone with the cacti?
Hopefully not. God.
Anything is right when you put your mind to it.
Yikes.
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard?
Probably drinking somewhere. Maybe eating a steak. I have a feeling I know who he is already. I'm having steak for dinner.
Nice. I think I'm having that tomorrow.
Sounds good. I think I'm having tacos tomorrow, probably. I haven't decided fully yet, though.
Tacos.
Look, on the floor, a lasso.
Looks like it's set up to trap something.
A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. Yeah, okay. But the lasso missed. What the fuck, Emma?
You sure have an active imagination. Another cowboy hat.
Yipes! These sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I don't think
What?
I've ever seen anyone wear a literal cow print cowboy hat.
Where is that fucking cowboy?
Honestly. You need your fix of the theme.
I would think just one. I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. Holy shit.
Long and a prick.
Damn. I'd suck her prick. I mean, what?
I didn't disagree.
I mean, it's long sky. I mean, like, let's be honest.
How so?
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. I love they're playing the fucking depressing. I forget. I can't remember. It's this case's what are these themes called? There's like the DL6 one. Reminiscence. It's the Reminiscence theme. Just like her. It's usually, they use it for a lot of the, like, depressing flashbacks, and, like, different cases or games have different versions, and this is the one for this case.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. If you're looking for physical similarities, your dead boss is pretty close. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. Is that what that is?
It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy? Oh, I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Gotta have a one-up on her eventually. That's a lot of boobs.
These are actually... They're a lot of funny stuff around here, honestly. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon.
But it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way.
Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch.
Ooh. I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself.
Wow. You know, a funny story. When I was like really young enough to where I don't remember. Thank God.
What did you do?
I actually fell into like a giant cactus, and I had like it was all like the spikes all over me. But it was like when I was like I don't know, like 2.5, 3 or something. I was young enough to where I don't remember.
Interesting.
Apparently, it was not a good time.
When I was younger, I was running and fell headfirst into a radiator.
Jesus.
That's how I have a big scar on my head. But I actually remember that vividly.
Even worse.
The craziest part, didn't feel an ounce of pain.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Like, sometimes for various reasons. But I
don't know if it was like because I was in shock, but I just remember I didn't feel any pain at all.
Cacti are cool plants though because they need almost like no water. They mostly just need sun.
You can draw water from them, plants. Can't you?
Yeah. Cactus juice is it's a thing.
Interesting. Just don't get a cactus ever, even for like a house plant. You seem to have a draw to them somehow.
So there was a big cactus. It was outside where I lived when I was younger. There was a big cactus there, and you know, it was like right after I moved there, but I lived there for a long time. So I know the cactus.
When you're that young, you'll pretty much touch anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard the story in a long time. But because like I said, I obviously don't remember it. But hey,
I mean, at least you don't have PTSD from cacti now.
No. I think they're cool. I have no problem having them around.
Nice. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. Makes sense.
Shit.
Probably recording 24/7, I'd imagine. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. This is probably like old school, like it's recording all the time. Also, it says Texas on the thing down there.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is definitely how it works in Japanifornia.
They probably are. It's probably like VCR tapes too, because the tech is still, despite the near future, the tech is still, even though it's the near past for us now, the tech is still like big early 2000s tech.
Hey, if it ain't broke. The evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first.
Fair enough.
Okay,
so it looks like this isn't the spot either. It looks like we're gonna have to come back maybe when Marshall's around or something.
Jesus Christ.
Or someone else. Because we do still have you haven't went to Edgeworth's office yet.
Oh, I guess I haven't. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
I forgot you don't have everything at once.
Entrance. Oh, we haven't went to the detention center either. So yeah, we could talk to Lanna. That's usually the first move, is to go to the detention center. I always forget that. Usually, it's a good start to go to the detention center.
It looks like she's in for questioning though.
Yeah, it looks like we don't have anything here, but it's usually a good place to start. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her, because it's a location that's like always, like, as long as you know, it's always a place. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine?
How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect at a police department for murder?
Oh yeah, the other suspect, because yeah, it's not our client. Let's come back later.
Jesus
so they
Christ.
Do have...
How many times do I have to go back to places?
Okay, so Wright & Co. Go to Wright & Co. You can go to his office from Wright & Co. Also, maybe you should spray in Wright & Co. because Phoenix might be a naughty boy.
You know what? Fair.
Oh yeah, definitely not on Charlie. That would be so sad. Oh my god. Imagine.
Why do you think he loves that thing so much?
Well, it was Mia's favorite potted plant, which makes that
and it
actually
still has her scent
so
on it.
bad. Oh, fuck me. Okay, we're safe. I'm scared of Edgeworth's, though. I really am. It's one of those things, too, where it's like we might unlock a place that might come out later.
Oh my god.
There it is, High Prosecutor's Office. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday.
And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here.
I'm sure he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing.
But we could snoop around.
I guess we'll have to come back. Okay, how... You've said that for every fucking place I've gone so far. How about giving me something to work with, game?
So let's examine, though. We could snoop... Well, we could spray first. Yeah, that's more important.
You've been wanting me to do this. Ready for the...
I'm scared.
Spray.
Oh, yeah, because that's Phoenix related. The chess set, that would have been bad.
Would it?
King of Prosecutors would have been funny. There's the jacket. I don't think we're going to find anything, but it's just, I'm scared. No, I think we're safe. Unless there's some on the floor or something, we're good.
Hold on, the computer's here.
Yeah, no, we're fine. Edgeworth's a classy guy. Not saying that he doesn't, but not in his office.
Found it.
No! What the fuck?
Found it.
Okay, I'm going to assume it's blood. It's got to be blood. Maybe he cut himself. But yeah, I know. There are weird blood that you could find, like, randomly. There might even be more, honestly. What? It looks like some blood is dripped down here.
Judging by the amount, my guess is it's not from a nosebleed. Or it is from a nosebleed.
Or it is from a nosebleed. Oh, well, that's pretty funny, too. A nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath? Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence?
Damn, why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind?
No, again!
Oh, the poor
That's
lad.
good. Okay, I think that's gotta be it.
Maybe.
Alright, let's take a look around, though, see if we can find anything. Hey, a chessboard! Yeah, this is the chessboard where...
but it looks like Blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
Where he's fantasizing, like, gangbanging Phoenix or whatever. The Red Knights have surrounded the Blue Pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, chess. Edges, surrounded a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing.
I bet.
I don't feel like there's anything else here either. So I gotta, like...
Yeah, there might not be.
I have to present something.
What about on the desk? What about on the desk?
A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so high I could see my own reflection. No, probably not. I think I remember this. Yeah.
So I've got to present something to Angel then. Strange.
Probably. I'm trying to... Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
What? Don't. He'll sue you.
Anything... Yeah, let's move. Doesn't look like there's anything to trigger that. Underground... Yeah, I know we could do this, but... It might just be this, which would make sense, but I don't know what it would be at this point. I mean, we can go through all the different things, but... Yeah, I remember that, actually. We've done that before. We can do the picture. That's related to her. But it's not really related to SL-9.
Yeah.
Problem is that we want her to talk about SL-9, and we've already done the two things that she reacts to for SL-9. Yeah, definitely not going to be the luminol.
If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes.
In other words, 5 minutes after the crime?
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem.
She lingered so long, yep.
The hole in my testimony,
Like-
as it were.
It almost makes it look like she was trying to get caught or something. She just didn't, she just chilled there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part that really, I think, adds to the whole, like, this feels like some sort of crazy conspiracy or something that we have yet to unravel at all. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again.
Oh.
Just like that time.
Oh? Oh?
That time.
Are we talking about SL-9? Take a peek. Take a peek. See if we got dialogue for that. That might have given us something.
Yep.
Yeah, it did. There it is.
That instant really opened up my eyes to the truth.
I wonder
When
if this is
nothing
why
with
she
them-
hates prosecutors.
Sounds like
This
it.
case.
When nothing
It's
with
all gonna
them
come together.
Disposable.
Disposable to who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled.
Whoa! Marshall,
the fuck?
too!
Oh.
So there's Angel, Marshall, Goodman, and then there's another guy down here that's getting covered that I didn't get a good look at. But that's definitely
Oh, yeah, I didn't
Angel,
even
Marshall, and
notice that.
Goodman. Yeah, there's a fourth guy with the with a
police
hat
and
on
the
as well.
The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So,
So they didn't solve it?
on the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Damn.
Jesus.
Executed.
So it must have been bad.
Yes.
Yes,
The criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that.
Interesting. She seems to agree She seemed, from that, the way she said that though, she seems to agree that she believed that he was guilty or they were guilty. So that doesn't seem to be her issue.
The only problem was, they never did find any decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of assault, made up evidence.
Oh boy. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with.
Jesus.
Some were demoted to patrolman, others found themselves out of a job.
Interesting. So they demoted Marshall, they fired Angel.
What the fuck?
So, okay, now, conspiracy time is coming. Here we go.
What is going on
this
in this
shit,
case?
Oh yeah, they are cooking. Wait, we're barely. It feels like we're still at the tip of the iceberg here. They're cooking. And you were one of those?
Myself and one other person you know well.
Marshall.
Yep, yeah. Marshall. Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall.
Yeah, we didn't get. They don't. Yeah, Phoenix and Emma don't get the image, the representation like we do. But.
I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall.
Yeah. Okay. Because they did mention he was an ex-detective too.
Yeah.
When he was in charge of the crime scene, because usually officers aren't in charge of the crime scene. They brought that up.
As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. And okay, yeah, that other guy's just head's cut off anyways, looking that way.
Yeah. We're not supposed to see his face yet, but he's in the picture. Like, I think it's important. Like, they didn't need to put him there at all, but they also were hiding his face, so it's relevant.
And the remake was really hiding his face.
Yeah. Yeah, even more.
Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted.
Interesting.
However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
And you're both involved in this case, interestingly enough.
Yep, you haven't forgotten SL-9. There was another side to the case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait! Those lunches you sell.
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate.
Damn, that's actually kind of crazy.
Good lord. Miss Star's old boyfriends.
This runs deep.
How many does she have anyway? Yeah,
As much as I want to make jokes, that makes it seem a little less like that actually makes it come off a little more like boyfriends is like code.
Than she has bread right now.
Well, I mean, yes, but and it is Angel Star, so like, of course, but it does kind of make it come off a little more like code. Like, yeah, these are just old friends I used to work with that know what I'm doing and don't want to be too involved, but also like respect me enough to help out to some extent, because obviously there's some weird shit going on here.
Yep. Just when all the detectives on SL-9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection.
There better be. So, Ricky. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Ooh. Oh, steak. Then you should take this. And butter. And carrots. And little chips. And asparagus?
Maybe. Could be bamboo, actually, but I think it's asparagus.
Too green. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might tempt you if you tempt him with this.
Oh my god, it's literally bait for Marshall. So Marshall will talk to us.
But I want it.
We haven't even run into... I know. Should give us 2 or 3. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you going out?
Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. Got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous, damn.
Interesting.
And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. He had passion.
But now he's so cold.
Now he's just an arsehole. Jake and I are merely cooperating in this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see, thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. Alright then, we finally got our moment to move.
Alright, so let's try somewhere
down.
else now.
Yep.
Oh, we got something else here. Oh.
Oh.
Please. I don't know.
I feel like that's gumshoe.
Wasn't that... Maybe.
Yep.
Yep. No, it's not for you.
Honestly. Shoe. One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's not the time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunch Lady. Or from Lunchland.
Lunchland, yeah. Oh, you mean one of these? Damn, tempted. Oh, damn!
You
tempting his ass is wow. Actually, it's not for sale. Wow, the depression.
I think I just heard the sound of its heart breaking. Now's no time for despair.
I don't. Can you even afford that, Gumshoe? With the way Edgeworth slashes your salary. Also, yeah, they said the forbidden word.
Does he even have the power to do that anymore? Rosebin. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean you heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? Yeah, I'm the one that said it as the flashback is indicating.
Well, yeah, he probably wasn't at the trial because he's not the detective, but...
Yep, on the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department.
Nice. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? We still don't know who that is yet.
Nope.
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. We just know it's not Lanna.
Yeah. Anyone we know, though?
Maybe.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Man, this episode was perfect since I'm going to have steak in a little while. Let's go.
With butter.
This is the setup. Yeah, actually. Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down. He's down there having a good cry. It's a he.
Damn.
Later.
Yes, it is a he. That is info. He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start.
So now we probably go to the... So now we could probably go to the, fucking, what's it called?
Detention center.
Yeah. So
but we came here to go to the guard station.
I mean, you could try and see if he's there. We might be able to do either one right now. I don't know.
Fair.
Whatever you want. Doesn't take that long to check.
Now, who are
Yeah,
you?
we got something here. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
We have made a slight chip away at a boulder right now, Emma.
But it's also like the body was at... Again, from the way they framed it, I forget who said that, but they didn't find the body at the... Obviously, the body was at our crime scene, so I would still argue that Lanna looks worse than whoever this guy is.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Don't do that again.
It was when... What was that? You can go ahead.
You what? Really? Me?
Uh-huh.
All right. Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was a perpetrator against... Oh, no, it's him. That's
Yeah,
what I'd say.
It out. There he is.
What happened to your hand, man? Oh, hi. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Oh, my God. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Interesting. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report.
No, sir. I should, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't, did you? Jesus Christ. Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
Yeah, he looks like a 1970s anime character. Maybe even older than that. Like, really old anime character. What? Nani?
Now this is an unexpected turn of events.
Yeah, I don't buy that he could kill anyone, but... I mean, I guess he is an officer, but...
Complete accident.
Maybe. Alright, let's...
Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs. Sir!
Makes sense, though, that we're gonna get a little more Meekins, because they did give us a whole new character just for that report, so... Makes sense that he's popping up again.
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That'd be, Marshall,
That's right,
clearly.
sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Nani? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person at the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person! Oh, wait, what the fuck happened now? What the hell? What? He was handcuffed.
It was a handcuff, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
So, like, what the fuck? What the heck is this guy doing?
Good question. So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blackened out. And then I came to. I was here in the detention center.
Weird.
How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. A bandage on his hand, just like Miss Sky. Though not quite nearly as severe.
Interesting. And also opposite hands. It's his left and
yeah,
Lanna's right.
Right.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. It's getting pretty eerie, that's for sure.
First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but are you the perpetrator, correct? You are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as the perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and, well, all that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir,
okay.
I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. Damn, that sounds depressing. I don't know any detectives.
Fair enough. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, I
You think you should just confess?
But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. Oh?
Okay.
And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
So the victim...
huh?
So the supposed Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him, and he passed out somehow.
Probably from shock or whatever. Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What?
What?
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Ow! The shock! Oh, the sorrow! Sir, can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared?
Interesting. That's some story.
Okay, then.
It is indeed a story.
Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eee! I'm scared of knife, sir! It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir! Last night, sir! That's the one!
Oh?
It was an apple, sir, in my dreams, sir, and I was being peeled Jesus.
What? On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife.
He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot.
I don't know if we have anything really to show him.
Yeah, let's just move on to Marshall.
Yeah, let's see if we could find Marshall.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, it's the police department entrance, then the guard station, yeah.
Here you are. No.
No, not yet. You want to try Edgeworth now? Maybe we can get to Edgeworth now.
Oh yeah, good point. Damn. I was thinking maybe, just maybe, it would actually work that time.
Looks like we're going to have to wait a while before we get to the evidence room. So Wright and Co. and then... Or underground. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's underground parking lot. I keep forgetting that.
Nope.
No? So that makes it seem like it is still Meekins then. Probably. Because we definitely got what we got out of Angel. Not to say that we might have to go back at some point, but we definitely got what we needed out of Angel.
Alright, let's show him the photo next. Hey, why do you have that? That's from the day it was taken to the prosecutor's office. Yep.
The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk.
She looks very satisfied with herself.
Yeah. Contemplating, maybe. Hard
so
to
this
tell,
means...
but...
This means I'm a free man! Innocent! If this is a dream, sir, then I hope I never wake up. If this is a dream, you'd better wake up right now. Well, I didn't really do
that.
much.
Was funny. It was funny, but it didn't get us anywhere.
I'm sorry, sir. Really, I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth. We tried, but he's gone.
Yeah, okay. So that's the generic response, I guess. So that's a nothing response. A special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth.
Damn.
Tickets. Interesting. Because of the time, like, maybe the ID. Yeah, let's do the ID.
Okay, here we go.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
That's it, sir. That's it. That's it.
That's what?
My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card! That card was the cause of it all!
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this a little more deeper.
Okay, that should have got us a dialogue option, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, crime details. Yep.
Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. Oh, this is new.
Okay.
I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, enter the evidence room and ask the man to show me his ID card.
That sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me.
Because he didn't have it?
That's a little extreme.
But even if he did, yeah, that's... Huh.
Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
Damn. What happened then?
Fair.
Well, I assume you lost the fight because you passed out, right?
Yeah, but one of them ended up dead. Well,
That's...
my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right.
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
Yeah, it could be someone pretending to be him. We don't have the body, we don't have the ID, like, we have nothing to actually prove that was Goodman. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, yeah, the simplest answer is just it wasn't Goodman. It's some dude that didn't even die. It's just some dude that's out there. But it's the fact that they pretended to be Goodman and tried to get into the evidence room for some unknown purpose at the same time that the murder took place or whatever with Lanna and Goodman at the prosecutor's parking lot. We don't even know if anyone actually died. Surely there's some connection, but...
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that I had to be him, sir, on that day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
What?
But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear.
There's a videotape?
Yeah.
Huh? Videotape?
From the security camera.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! On the tape!
You just said you didn't do it, you dumbass.
This guy is a walking mess of contradictions.
I know. He really is. And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene.
So that now we go to Marshall, then. Because that was let's go to the crime scene, so... Seems like it.
Alright then. For the third time, and hopefully the final time. God damn it.
Okay, so Marshall's not here. Try to go to the... Wait. Can you, before you leave, or go back real quick? Can you go examine? Can you go over the card reader? All the way to the right.
Nope.
No, okay. I vaguely thought I might remember something, but nope, it's still not that. So now let's try Edgeworth again then.
All right, you know what?
We are making progress. We are making progress.
I'm really starting to get annoyed at moving around this whole fucking town.
No. So what are we missing here?
Oh my good lord.
We didn't get anything from Meekins. They said return to the crime scene, unless they meant this one, but I don't know why
Maybe.
it would be this one. Because this is a crime scene too.
I mean, there is new stuff. I don't know.
This rope, is it? They laid it out in the outline. Oh, yeah. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. Yeah, doesn't seem like it. I'd be surprised. I mean...
What the hell do we do now?
Yeah, what are we missing? What are we missing? We might have to go back to Meekins. But it didn't seem like it. Yeah, let's...
What to do? Well, where should we begin?
Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing.
The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously?
Oh, well, you see...
We should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it?
I'm not being very useful here, am I? Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, but we're having to do all this other stuff.
Helpful.
So... Yeah. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. Ugh. There was that business with him not reading that officer's report.
Ah, about the killing at the police department, right? This fucking guy. The chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think, someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. You mean everyone?
So, yeah, let's move. Let's go. So, let's think about this. Yeah, let's start here. See if there's anything else that we could have missed.
We have to give him more details about everything?
Autopsy report, maybe? Or did we try that?
No, we didn't try that.
No, that's a nothing. You're good. It feels like we finished the conversation with him. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did this one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And just double check to make sure there's no dialogue options.
Yeah, we're good.
Anything? Yeah, okay. So let's go to the weird places then. Let's go, like criminal affairs again. See if there's anything here. Yep, there it is.
Huh.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. Gumshoe Gant. Gant.
Yeah, it's Police Chief Gant. Hello.
And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there is anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. Damn, personal coffee machine.
I see. I assume we're talking about Goodman, but I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you'll call me right away. Deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little frustrated.
I mean, this is his boss. Aha! Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? What's up with him and swimming?
Oh, Chief Gunn, reporting for duty, sir.
What the fuck, Phoenix? Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Just matching the enemy of this wacko case.
He's been indoctrinated. He's been indoctrinated by Gant.
Yeah.
There's the music.
This is music, alright. Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay?
Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? Also doesn't look good when his... But it also doesn't look good when his mentor was, who was on the case, turned out to be who he was.
True. That was, not a good look at all. They lost some good prosecutors that day.
Jesus. And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto?
Yeah. Oh,
there he is!
Again.
They're showing him.
Karma.
I do love it. Ace Attorney never afraid to reference the past. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Interesting choice of words.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. It makes sense. Like, he was obviously like a... He wasn't the chief prosecutor, but he was the best prosecutor.
Something like that.
Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What?
Alright, evidence room incident.
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean.
There, being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. I mean, you gave away quite a few, actually. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. I don't doubt it. Seems like a bit of a goober. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh my god, we're actually gonna... No. Dude, can we actually, like, examine the chief of detectives? I think we might... Let's just...
Oh, no. No, that's not
No, this is just... Yeah, a detective, yeah. He's writing a novel.
Yep. I think this is you.
Sure. I think you did it, actually, but... I'm down. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? We'll see over there. That's Goodman's desk. Yeah, it was Goodman. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. Dude, you better hope that Gant doesn't hear this. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case.
Date of the murder.
Alright, there we go.
Can only be submitted to the chief of police. Yeah, can you take a look at it in the record?
Sure.
No, we can't even click. Oh, no, we can. Check.
Bruce Goodman, ID, didn't finish it. He wrote fucking 9.
You know why? I bet what he lost his ID card. And so he couldn't remember his ID card. But he stopped midway through. Interesting. I wonder why he stopped. Interesting. To be fair, it was found
kind
at
of
the crime
embarrassing.
scene, but it was away from his body, so who knows what the deal is. Maybe Lanna stole it? Who knows?
I have no idea.
Alright, so they want us to go back to the... They want us to go to the damn evidence room again, so...
Maybe I should show him.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, why not?
I was wondering, could you take a look at this?
Ah, sorry, Rhino, I don't give a single shit. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one. With the blue badger? Or Edgeworth? Or, Gumshoe. God damn, I can't. Gumshoe.
Went through every
Guy who
character
can't sit
known to
still.
man before we hit the guy.
Does he mean Detective Gumshoe?
Either him or the detective or the dancing blue badger.
Yeah, it's either Gumshoe or the Blue Badger. Not sure which one, but yeah, let's just try again.
Oh my god, if I have to go here one more time. Ah!
Oh my god, okay. Let's try Edgeworth again. Let's try Edgeworth. What the fuck? This is so funny.
Oh my
This is
god.
actually hilarious. Okay, where else random places? Because that's what hit for, try Detention Center again. Maybe, no. I was gonna say maybe Lana's around or something. We do have a new piece of information, though. You are right. Who could we show this to? They mentioned Gumshoe, but...
I mean, yeah, maybe.
He was outside. He would, but if, well, yeah, but... No?
No.
This would have been the spot. Okay, what are we missing now?
Oh god,
That's funny,
this is starting to become a pain in the ass.
Oh, classic. It's a classic. I mean, yeah, you might as well throw it at her just because it's not gonna do anything, but you never know. Okay. We did that. Can you go back to the... I think we messed something up with Gant. Can you go back to Gant?
We messed something up?
Yeah, I decided... Well, no, not like... You know, like we just missed something. So I think after we talked to... After we talked... This was stupid of me. Yeah, there. After we talked to the... Yeah, after we talked to the guy, we were able to... It activated that new talk option.
Fair enough.
So it meant it wanted us to do that and then go to the guard station, I presume.
Good lord.
Hopefully.
Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Rhino asked me for help. When I get accused of murder in the next game, or I guess in like 4 games from now when I return, you better defend me.
Nah. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room.
Uh-oh.
Please?
I love this. Now, Rhino.
Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all.
Rhino, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
I don't want to say.
I don't know.
What you look like. Huh?
Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem.
And then you give them their final paycheck as you kick them out the door.
Based. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Well, now we have permission. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. I mean, yeah, that's fair. And for you, here, you can borrow this.
My own ID card. Let's go.
Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
So, for this brief window of time, I am Phoenix Wright.
I love
defendant
that
and
despite the fact...
detective.
I love how despite the fact in that image they don't put the face of Goodman, it's still the same asset, because you can see it says Sergeant Bruce Goodman, and it's got the ID number. Yes, sir, it's an honor.
Look, man, it was an original case in the DS, okay? You weren't supposed to make that out.
No, I get it, but if anything, I feel like in the remake they could have like did that.
Oh,
like that would
as
have
if,
taken.
as if.
That would have took like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 more minutes than we had to. We made this on a Sunday.
Fair enough. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir! Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir!
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl.
Yeah, I'd rather be influenced by Gant than, Meekins, I think.
Alright then.
Okay, now
the guy
examine
still isn't there.
card reader.
Yep.
Yeah.
The evidence room is beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader is turned off, see?
Wow. What is that security guard thinking?
Oh my god, now. After all this time. I've come here like 5 fucking times. And
We
now
finally got him.
you enter.
Yep.
Howdy.
Well, hey.
Partners.
Fashionable cowboy, late cowboy entrance.
Howdy,
Riding on a
partners.
stallion.
Well, what's made my Barbina's sky so grey? Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him? Yeah, I thought it'd be Goodman in here. What's that? Why does it have to be him, look for?
Damn, he's good.
Man, why don't all the characters in this goddamn chapter just know how to read Phoenix like a book?
I swear everyone, damn near the whole series, really, but yeah.
As you may have surmised, this here's my salon. This here's my salon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That better be that better than a sheriff badge in these parts.
Yeehaw!
Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions? Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I didn't wish to speak with y'all. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Are
Well,
you certain
the good
we
news
can't
is-
come to some arrangement?
I think we have some convincing that we can do.
That smell.
Oh my god, the music stopped.
Reminds me of Texas.
All jokes aside, the steak is pretty damn good down in Texas. Not gonna lie. The one time I was in Texas, but, you know.
You were in Texas?
Yeah, I've been to Texas before.
Interesting. No, I just saw a special on television the other day. This is from my baby.
Yeah, Miss Star. Your baby. Alright.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A fillet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Nice. He took it. He took a bribe. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything.
Damn, he just went straight in.
Yes. Finally, it seems like.
He's willing to talk.
Then let's ask some fucking questions. Why is Marshall there?
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, fuck 'em. Well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire from my job, you know?
Hmm. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
Well, don't note that down. There's no need for people here, anywho. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that skewed broccoli that they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Damn.
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a... What the hell? In a
Prairie.
prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL-9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. Yeah, I'd love to know.
Ooh, there are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway,
Interesting.
that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
Oh?
2 days ago? The day of our case! That's right.
Interesting.
The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Interesting.
Okay.
We're doing this in entirely the wrong order. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Well, only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Amina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Never use cauliflower for anything.
He was talking about broccoli, now cauliflower, bro.
Yeah, but broccoli's alright, but cauliflower, never use cauliflower.
Yeah, I actually kind of like broccoli. Like, broccoli beef's really good. And like, yeah.
Cauliflower is just
But yeah, no,
disgusting.
I don't like cauliflower, yeah.
The easiest one to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon there might be. You're a security guard and you reckon he doesn't know how to check them. One more thing.
Or he doesn't want to and he's just pretending. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just like, I don't want to fucking bother. And he actually knows how all this shit works.
When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves the record of every ID card that passes through.
Oh, that's actually convenient. Okay, what do we got here?
We've got, Goodman.
What the... So Goodman, a minute before he was murdered. So that means that either it really was Goodman, or he died.
In classic
or someone
Ace
stole his
Attorney
card.
fashion, the latest one is blocked off. Someone who went in at the exact same time.
Well, that'd have to be Meekins. Because we know Meekins was in there. It's the Goodman person that we're not 100% sure whether it was actually Goodman or someone pretending to be Goodman that had his card. At the very least, whoever this was had the card, and somehow the card ends up at the other crime scene. Because we found it at the original crime scene on the first investigation. So, God only knows what's going on with this card. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Also, there's somebody that has 7777777.
Yep. That person is never going to forget their number.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you any more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Yeah.
Maybe there's some way I can prove the record is tied to the stabbing.
So we can do
transferals.
transferal first, but...
Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep on the evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years.
Okay, so
we can
so when they solve a case, they store the evidence for 2 years in the evidence room.
So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the country sheriff's department. Interesting. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
Oh, it just happened.
Yeah.
I see now. I meant that in real life, but also the game, obviously.
Fair. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
Yeah, because the whole statute of limitations thing with DL6 was different because that case was never solved. Whereas here, these are talking about solved cases where they found the guy or they figured it out or whatever, and yeah.
And that happened to the SL-9, and then happened to SL-9 2 days ago. Oof.
All right, now let's show him the ID card because this should do it because we know that number. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this card is 5842189. Shite.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
God, could you imagine if they put that one below and it was just blocked off?
So it looked like it was the same one, too. The 4989596. So the 450 and the 514, I think they're the same ones. And it's got to be Meekin's. So then, so all of those are accounted for then. All the ones from 450 on. Look, the fourth number, it's a perfect match.
It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing? What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
Yeah. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Well, somebody with the card. Whoever this is on the video.
But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card.
And he wouldn't.
Yeah. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me.
So he had to have it to get in, which means that wasn't Goodman. Because the ID card has his picture.
Yeah.
That's got to be what it is. This has to be some other person.
Why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekin's?
Only thing that makes sense. And that explains how the body is in.
Who would that be? We don't know anyone yet.
No idea. No clue there. I'm just saying that has to be the explanation. I don't know who, though. That's the thing we need to find out.
Compadre.
And why.
You win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Nice. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here.
Oh, so if we could, fill out the list. So,
Maybe.
Gant, Meekins, people like that. Anyone that would work here.
Yeah.
But we also could go into the evidence room, so whichever one you want to do. The evidence room was an option on move.
Room.
No, it was on move.
Oh.
Yeah.
I turned on the card reader. Grab yourself a ball, partners. Yep, you have a real
I have the ID card. A real ID card.
Let's get this investigation started already.
I love how it started, but honestly, I think we're decently close to the end of the investigation, but I get what he means.
We haven't even seen Edgeworth yet. We might even see him at this
Yeah,
point.
that's... Yeah. Evidence room, sector 3.
Quiet, I see some handcuffs there. The investigation must be over here. Is that a
the
car
evidence
handle?
room? Yeah, it looks like a door.
What the fuck?
So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. I guess it could have been evidence.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This was more like a morgue.
It really does have, the doors are very, like, those lockers are very morgue-like. Like, I could totally see pulling out a body from those. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Honestly, Maya, you better get out of it quick or Jimmy Sowell's gonna come and get you.
You said Maya, but weird.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, there's Gumshoe.
What the fuck?
That's another person. What the fuck?
Did I just get slapped? Oh.
I think Emma slapped Gumshoe. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. Or hit him or something. Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal.
Damn.
So, is it true what I heard?
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
I like how he just brushed it off, though. Bro's the tank.
Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. Oh no. Gumshoe's gonna ask Gat for money.
Bro's still looking for that steak lunch.
So go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. So Chief Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Look, man, ever since his pay was cut in half by Edgeworth, things just weren't the same. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're a boss for a day.
Nice.
Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Ooh.
Floor
a
plans,
blank
okay.
image.
So we can take a look at that in a sec. But yeah, boss for a day. So Detective Goodshoe, you're boss for the day?
Yeah, that's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm amendant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Why, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. What a simp.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? That's why we can't find him. Okay.
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. Edgeworth. I see.
I mean, it actually was Edgeworth, unfortunately.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL-9 incident, of course.
What?
Huh?
What?
That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Was he the prosecutor on this case?
What the fuck?
What is going on?
Just new law gets dumped out of nowhere sometimes.
I love it. Just keeps going. Well, that's just how it goes. Okay.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
Evidence lockers, though.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is thick, so that only one detective can open it. Cool. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why? I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
Of course you are. That sounds like a lot. She looks so disappointed.
She
too.
does. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The locker for each locker is coded with a fingerprint.
Hmm.
Nice. What the fuck? Who is that?
He's got a picture of a girl in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
So only the locker can open so only the locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, okay?
The handles?
On the other side of the handle is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it... Nice.
Zap! You get a shock!
If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day.
Oh, you forget which one's your locker?
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious.
Interesting. So they're like made in a way where they don't even look like fingerprint locks. You just grab the handle and
Fingerprint scan.
it either opens or it doesn't, and it is like not even noticeable. Interesting.
There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Interesting.
Yeah, that detail feels weirdly important. Anyways, what were we gonna do? I thought we had
Investigate.
Oh yeah, we want to talk more about SL-9 with him, but we also want to examine, and we could probably spray as well. So there's a lot of things we could do around here.
That'd be a lot of spraying here. Detective Goodman's note, and that switchable knife. That switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL-9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. Damn.
Not his first case, but his first, like, big boy.
That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. Not so much anymore. But why would evidence from the case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on this case.
Interesting. That trigger anything?
Probably not. Or what do I know?
No, it did.
Now that was a bloody violent case.
Are we finally gonna get details?
I guess. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing?
Oh!
A serial
Interesting.
killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
Now that's something we have not tackled.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around about that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence.
Interesting! So this is where the rumors from him start.
They're bringing a lot of, like, lore into this.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah. He was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
That's why he had the
Really?
knife. Huh, what do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL-9 instance. See, that makes sense.
Yep. So that switchblade knife...
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself.
That was Phoenix, but yeah.
Oh. Fair enough.
Okay, I guess we just keep examining stuff, or spraying, or whatever you want to do.
There's something sticking out of here. A dirty sock.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. Damn. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck for some silly evidence?
Yeah. I do have to go pretty soon, but we'll be able to finish this. But
Oof. Fair enough.
I'm just telling you that I might get out of here pretty quickly once we get to the end of this.
Fair
I don't
enough.
think it's too much longer, though. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under his trench coat either. I mean, why would you need to do that? Loser. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal.
Damn.
Non-stop shitting on this guy.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a card. What the fuck happened here?
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
What? There's a story here. We could make a case out of this, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist that got away.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. Oh yeah, that behind it.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
I
Damn.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could have got every one of these.
They might, like, because that one had cloth. I wonder if all 5 of those represent one click.
We'll see.
This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams, but definitely history.
It won't open. Yeah.
Did you really think it would? Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here.
Yeah, you already told us.
No.
Yep. Yep.
How dare you be right about that?
Oh, that just reminds me of this other game where there's just so much extra dialogue that you can get.
I'm sure. Some sort of
it's
bulky
crazy.
equipment is gathering dust here.
What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole.
Is that the fishing rod from the last case?
I don't quite remember, but
He gave us a
maybe.
fishing
He
rod.
did,
It
yeah,
was
he did.
missile, a fishing rod, and then of course the metal detector that came clutch at the end.
He gave us the dog as well.
Yeah, missile. That's
Oh,
the
that was
dog's
the
name.
I never did get around to using it.
Yes!
Yep. Yep,
There
the
it
piece
is!
that got us the win in the end. Wait, I've seen that somewhere
That's
before.
crazy.
Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to solving the case of the one that led to the solving... Oh, the one that led to the solving of the case out on the Gourd Lake, remember?
That's
oh,
great.
right! Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And
Oh.
I don't think I've seen this one before. What the fuck is that?
That's new. That's something we have not. You know what? You know what they're probably doing, if I had to bet? Right?
that?
So it's like, hey, nostalgia, this is a former case. I bet you they're teasing a future case with this thing.
Maybe.
I bet we're going to have to use this thing at some point.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
in this case or a future case.
That's a bug sweeper. I'm curious what we need a bug sweeper for. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. Wow.
That
subtle
basically
game.
confirms
Subtle.
it. Yeah.
That cheap-looking box?
I bet that's from one of the... I bet that's from Ace Attorney 2 or Ace Attorney 3, and they're just, like, trolling, because it's
You
like...
can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
Aw.
Gay.
That's fun. That's cool.
That's a lot of paint.
What is a saw and paint doing here? What the fuck?
The music stopped. Since the dawn of time.
Eh.
True art has always been a war against oppression.
Oh, I know where he's going with this. True art. I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Oh, God. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio.
What the fuck?
Here? In the evidence room?
That's weird, to say the least.
Yeah. Oh, there's some blood on the locker, too.
SL-9! Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective.
Poor guy.
That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL-9? It does have a tag on it.
So I guess the knife was evidence piece 2, and this glove's evidence piece 11.
I don't even need to spray anything here. We've got the blood right there.
I'd definitely spray around here. I'm sure there might. Who knows? We might find more.
Maybe.
But
I'll
also, it
spray
will be
after.
funny to spray the handprint, because it will come up in the spray, even though we see it anyways. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. Oh, yeah, it is.
That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Fair enough.
Wait.
Detective Goodman's
Wait. So if Goodman opened the locker, either it had to be Goodman, or this fake Goodman had his fingerprints. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because his locker's open, so...
I mean, they could have just, like, you know, got rid of it now that he's dead.
I mean, maybe, but... Yeah, this was either really well planned out, or something even weirder is going on.
He just left it open.
Well, no, it's... I mean, I guess it's possible. That'd be so funny. The fake Goodman comes in, and doesn't even know about the fingerprint thing, but the locker's just open anyways. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Or he left it open for the guy.
That's not the craziest thing.
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
Yeah.
It's empty. He must have taken the contents elsewhere. Yeah.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Every time.
Wow,
single
Phoenix.
time.
Holy shit. He is a savage when he wants to be, even though I still think the worst things he says
He's
are
just
usually
starting
in
to be
his
a
head.
prick. Detective Gumshoe,
Yeah.
perhaps?
That's why we
There
love
you
him.
go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from The Case.
More evidence. The case.
Yeah, the SL-9 incident, pal. See the sticker on the one of the pieces there? Another piece of the SL-9 evidence. Oh! Take a closer look.
Why not?
I wonder what shape these pieces were before whatever it was broke.
You want to try to put it back together?
No. Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
Why do I feel like we could do it in 3 minutes? That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh my god, what in the fuck? No! What the
We actually get to
fuck?
put it back together.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, so if you notice the red glow part, we're looking for something that matches that in terms of shape. So yeah, we got a little mini game here, fixing a thing. I don't even know what it is. Maybe we'll figure
It's
it
a
out when
vase.
it's fixed.
By the looks of it. It's a vase.
So yeah, have fun.
You gonna leave this to me?
I mean, yeah, unless you feel like you need help or something, but like, yeah,
What the fuck? I don't see
It's like,
anything
no.
that fits that.
So you also can, remember, you can also rotate the pieces, if you look at your controls at bottom right. So yeah, you can,
Man, fuck this.
there you go.
Put the fucking thing in. I went through all of them.
Yeah, you gotta rotate it properly.
I have to rotate it as well.
Yeah, it's gotta match. That's why it took Gumshoe 3 hours. You're on the clock. Can you do it in less than 3 hours?
I ain't got time for that.
Do 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 do. That looks close. No. No, it's not that one though. Maybe.
This is way too late into this investigation to start pulling this shit out. Oh my fucking god,
No,
can something
definitely
fit?
not that. No. Go back. I think it's one of the 4 on the left, probably. Yep, there it is. Yep.
No, that's the top
I don't think so. It might be that piece, yep.
Yeah.
Hey, you're almost done, see? Now we're near the top of it. It's like a, yeah, like you said, it's like a vase or something. Yeah, it might be that. Yeah.
That's definitely the top part of that.
I don't know. It might be the... Yeah, there you go. Boom. One piece left.
And we're still missing a
Oh, there's a
part.
missing piece. Interesting. And there is blood on it, too.
That was really weird.
Very
yeah.
interesting.
Well, there's a blood in the hand.
This was a
bloody
piece
hand
of the, this is a, yeah, this is a piece of evidence from SL-9, so. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2
Wow.
minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Wow.
Wow.
What?
Okay, Gumshoe. Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with.
Sure.
Still. It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I can't understand how it got broken. Interesting. Unstable jar.
Did someone fucking punch through it and that's why there's a bloody hand on the thing? Wait, I can hit on this again?
Yeah.
If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar.
There are 2 things that bother me. 1, why are some of the pieces missing? 2, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke.
I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. So savvy this time, Phoenix. What's going on?
So yeah, I think this is the last thing we have to check is the palm. And then, like I said, we should blood check around here, but...
What's this, blood?
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room?
Wow, you're just telling me that.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I guess we are.
Alright, it's time for me to spray. Oh my god, we're actually out of evidence, slots
Yeah,
now.
we're gonna get another page. Yeah, we're gonna be in the 3rd page next time we get something else.
You can get 3rd pages? Jesus Christ.
Oh, infinite, never end. Also, spray the hand, I just because I want to make it glow.
Okay, it glows. You happy?
Examine. Click, click, click. I knew it! This is someone's right handprints.
What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine.
Interesting. It's yours?
Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise me you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. I don't think you would, but not by choice.
Sure.
You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down for the floor plans.
Oh yeah, we could do it. Yeah, we did get floor plans for this room too.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? What? But you're a detective.
That is
Exactly, pal.
Exactly, pal. Jesus. that's a
Oh,
lot of
Jesus. Now that looks like a crime scene.
blood. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood.
Oh my god.
Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
this proves that something really happened in front of this locker.
I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
I doubt.
Go on.
I really doubt that. What's his name? Meekin's hand bled that much. Like that. That's a lot of
pretty
blood.
Fatal.
Yeah, that
like
looks
cut his
like
wrist or something.
Oh god, that looks like that. That looks more like a crime scene, like blood amount.
Yeah.
It almost looks like there's a footprint at the end of it, though, like a bloody footprint or something there.
Hey,
to the right.
If you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Yeah, it does look a footprint. You're right. Jesus Christ.
That might be a coincidence, but it's interesting. Oh!
There we go.
Oh, it's like half of a handprint. Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door.
This just, yeah.
This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. The police should have this.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief.
Wow.
Where did you get this, Emma? Interesting.
I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans.
Any other blood? You might have found everything.
Yeah, probably.
A metal detector, no.
Alright.
Yeah, we might be good to go. We still haven't found Edgeworth, so that might be the next move, unless you think there's something else to present to Gumshoe.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I would say let's see if we can find Edgeworth, and if we can't, maybe we have something else with Gumshoe. No? I think we do have something else with Gumshoe then. Because they were talking a bit about SL-9. Maybe there's more... What did we discover?
The vase.
Maybe we should present the vase to
gloves,
Gumshoe, or present
this.
the list. Oh, the ID card record too. We do want to present. Now that we're at Meekin's, you should present the ID card record to him while we're here. Oh, or not.
Fuck. I forget sometimes how we get there. Gumshoe first.
Yeah.
Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it? Is he on there?
That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. Really?
What?
What the fuck?
What? Yeah.
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
Interesting.
How are we getting Edgeworth this involved in the crime again? What the fuck?
Interesting. Okay. So I think it actually, so each time you figure out someone, I think it puts their name on it. So if you ever check the ID card record, it'll actually have the names there. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we have 2 more names. Well, 2?
Why would
yeah,
Edgeworth have to come
the
to
one
the
number is
evidence
twice.
Yeah. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? Ah, there we go. It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be leaving. Should be letting out soon. What the fuck?
Oh, oh my god, I'm not going to say anything.
Give them my report for the day.
Why is your report on a restaurant ad? And also, that's a reference. That's all I'll say. That's a reference.
Why is it a reference? I don't want it to be a reference. Can suck my ass as a reference.
Oh, it can.
It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
Damn.
I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say.
We'll finally find him, I guess.
Honestly.
Because now the games actually prompt us to be like, oh yeah, go find Edgeworth.
Took long enough. Like, actually, for real.
Yeah. Interesting that we're getting to
God.
Edgeworth seemingly around the end of this. Oh my god!
The hell?
What are you doing here? You were Bellboy.
You. The Bellboy.
I know for a fact you were Bellboy because I basically
I
said do
hate that
British, which is
motherfucker.
ironic.
Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So soon. Or so long.
Wait, was he serving tea to him or was he blowing him? I feel like either one or both is possible.
Both. Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand, looking dramatically. Yep. Right.
He has the hotel bring him tea service?
That is kind of wild. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am.
I am.
Oh, my bad.
By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh,
And
no,
now you
nope,
did
nope,
it.
now it's you. Yep.
Now we're even.
Yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
Look at that face. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
I'm far too pretty to be worrying about this anymore.
Fair.
So how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Well, that's good. Concealing evidence? Well, there are rumors about him. Yes,
True.
Apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence.
Makes sense.
They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again.
Nice. Again.
I've heard them say that so many times.
He looked so happy when he said that.
Ever since that case 2 years ago. Yep, SL-9.
Are you okay with the trial for tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, it'd be crazy if they switched them mid-case.
I mean, maybe one day. Something happened?
Yeah, I can
Give us
see
that
it.
really shitty
They
guy
gave-
from Chapter 1, Case 1?
Oh my god, Payne. Winston Payne.
Yes.
They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still...
Whoa, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Alright,
I guess we're examining, maybe, or presenting, yeah.
present this. Alright, I better check this now.
As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage.
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that! I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less.
Interesting.
The chief of police? AI-16.
What
He
the
wanted
hell?
evidence for a case that was wrapped up
screwdriver?
half a year ago. So another case. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. Interesting.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be the evidence. It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. So that's what he was doing when he came in at 5, right before 5:15, and yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Wow.
Unrelated evidence screwdriver added. Interesting.
Supposedly unrelated.
Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
Sure thing, pal.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Sure.
So what else is there?
We can present and we can examine as well. Not that I know what,
I
but...
don't think there's anything more to examine.
Nope. I would have a cup of tea with you and discuss the case. Nope.
I don't know if there's anything else to present to him, though, then. He's just gonna have a stick up his ass the whole time. Oh, shit.
Oh, that was different.
Shit.
I think option... Is there... I forget if there's a thing. No, of course there isn't.
What a
yeah,
lovely remaster.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll add... I'm sure it'll eventually show up. But, anyways, I know you, and there's something, SL-9, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in.
Sure.
You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Damn. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
This
Yep,
again?
there it is, DL6.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator.
Oh, we're never gonna escape it, dude. We never even met. We never even found or met Maya's mother. Like, we're never escaping this fucking case.
Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
Okay, that sounds like a... Yeah, there it is. Allegations of forgery. The SL-9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Gant? Yeah. He was deputy, and then Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then? Nice.
He was a
Wacky old
top
coot.
officer, and
Based.
it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is, why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation?
Maybe because it was serial killing? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal.
Sounds based.
I mean, and you learned from Manfred, so... We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't...
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. Oh? Lanna? My
Let's
sister,
go, we ain't
what?
seen her at all in this part.
Yeah. If you were still studying forensic science... Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid,
And he knows it.
Of course he knows. Of course he does. It's Edgeworth. Well then, you might have use for this too. Oh!
You're helping?
Ooh, well, aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For
Oh my
me?
God.
Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know?
Edgeworth, you trying to steal the girl? we got a problem,
I
right?
think he's already winning in that department anyways. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Edgeworth, I'm really...
No need to thank me.
Turn-
Here,
What?
take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Oh, so we can match them.
Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? No.
Yeah.
Why? What a stupid thing to say.
Nice. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. All right, so now we're just looking.
Fucking better be. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere.
There's a couple actually in the evidence room. I don't know where else we would. Is there anywhere else that we would look for handprints?
No. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Just wanted to get this out of the way. Oh, what the
No.
hell?
So it's not him.
Oh. What
Maybe.
a useless cuck.
Huh. Okay.
Whatever then.
Yeah, let's not worry about it. If the game's not forcing us to do it, then we're probably not going to get it or whatever, so. Yep, this is the place.
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Finally.
2, actually. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Yep.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Let's do it. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. Sure. So let's choose the finger that will have left the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Definitely the pointer.
Oh, you actually want me to choose a finger?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll go with the objection finger.
Yeah, that's the pointer finger, because you point. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. You're making me do another new minigame?
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you know that? It looks
Enter,
like
see?
that did the trick.
Aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, so you just dump a lot, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that? What the fuck is E?
I have no idea. That's going to be a random button, I guess. We'll find out.
God.
Imagine you're blowing out the... So, in the original game, you literally had to blow, because it was a DS.
Oh my god.
Nintendo
Oh.
in that time period, you
That
know how
looks
they
like
were.
fun. It might take some getting used to though, for real.
It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. Yeah, because you would just tap with the stylus and then you would blow it away. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I better give it a try.
So blow is okay. Well, now you know. Now we see that blow. So you just want to dump a bunch on. Oh,
What the hell?
oh, okay. I don't even know what happened there. Cause you want to dump a bunch on, and then just like blow, and see how it goes. There's more of the finger print. You gotta kind of. Yeah, you have all of it. You need to get, like, the right side of the fingerprint and, like, yeah, fill it out. Yeah, you could just dump it all over the screen and it'll blow off, whatever. That should be good.
Gotcha.
Yep. Aha, you did it! You found one!
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
It's gotta be gloves. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
It thinks it means. I think it means we're out of luck. Little typo there.
Oof.
Love
Such
those.
an epic
Love those.
remaster. Out of luck.
My favorite. The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Yep.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
No, we haven't. There's another fingerprint. There's another handprint. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Yep.
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely. Oh! I wouldn't even...
Huh.
Oh, yeah! There is another print there.
Interesting. Did we
I didn't
see that
even
before?
notice that. I'm sure it was there. It's just... It wasn't... It's not very noticeable. Let's see if we could find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside of the blood.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
There it is. It's the same thing, just go crazy with the dust and then blow it off. Almost got it. That should do it.
Nope.
At the bottom, yeah. Maybe at the top? Yeah, it just needs a little more, just kind of all over. Where the fuck?
What the fuck?
It just wants more. It just wants more, like, all... It should be, like, whiter, I think. Like, just all over. Yeah, just the whole thing. Just, like, dump it. There you go. Yay, a print so clear. It's dazzling.
Dazzling, you say?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. Then point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Person it belongs to.
What the fuck?
But yeah, each person has their own prints that you can look at.
Oh, that's a damn perfect match.
Yep. And then it does like an analysis. Yeah, because it's Gumshoe's locker, so he had prints on it because it's his locker. That makes sense. Nothing crazy, just... Aha! But we don't know who the bloody handprint was because they had gloves on. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe.
We could have cut the runtime down by half if we knew that.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. Yeah, because it's his locker.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss.
You are not entirely 110% wrong about that.
But the best part is that there is another handprint in this room.
Yeah.
Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's go check it out.
Yep.
Where is this other handprint?
You want to slide.
Ah.
And then it's top left.
Here, I believe.
The one with the cloth in it, yep. Yep.
This is where we got a, aluminal fluid reaction, right?
Yeah, there was a bloody handprint that was washed away or whatever. Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this?
There go her eyes sparkling again. I can leave it be? What? Alright, let's check for prints.
Just do something else in the moment, I guess. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended... Oh.
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand.
Interesting. So it's gonna be, I know what, it's gonna be one of the two fingers we can't see. Yeah.
Alright then.
Because they wiped away the blood, but they might not have thought to wipe away the rest of their handprint. Because, I mean,
Fair.
what are they, like, yeah, you wouldn't, yeah. I think that's good. Oh, no, a little bit. It's the parts that are a little like,
So
oh,
picky.
no, there we go. So who we got?
Jake Marshall.
Interesting. Jake Marshall, huh?
Hey, these fingerprints, they... The man that's
So-
conveniently right outside the room.
The guy that wasn't here, remember, he wasn't here. He was supposedly riding his horse down the highway when this
Fucking
happened.
liar.
So, in all likelihood, the fake Goodman was Marshall.
Jesus Christ.
Don't know what that means, but we know probably something related to SL-9, because
He
clearly
pulled out
him
that
and Angel.
Hardy knife on the guy.
Yeah, a lot of interesting. So most likely, I mean, almost for sure, honestly, Marshall is the, because that makes sense. That explains why Marshall was missing if he was just the guy.
Yeah.
So probably didn't kill anyone. I don't know exactly how this ties to the actual murder, but it seems like he was the fake Marshall. Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall. You know him, alright?
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? No. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Yep. Oh!
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
Yep.
Oof.
But why would Officer Marshall...
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results.
We're actually getting somewhere. That's how you know. It's not
I guess
that
this is
day
what
one
you'd
where we
call
were...
Decisive evidence? Huh? Wink, wink. Huh?
Again, it's not going to prove, like... It's not really going to get us to, like, the actual end game of the murder, but this is, like... This is some... We're really getting somewhere now, though.
True.
I don't believe it. I have to guess he was trying to... It's some SL-9 thing. There it is.
Shit. Holy shit. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
So the investigation ended up being, like, about 2.5 hours.
Oh my fucking lord. That was long.
The trial was so we're, yeah, a little under 4 right now.
Oh my lord. 4 hours, my man.
I mean, you could always decide if you want to flip it into 2 episodes, have the short episode, and then this would be like a okay-sized episode, but...
I don't know, man. We'll see.
But whatever you want to do, either way there. But, yeah, that was the trial, the ladder trial, and the investigation. So we're cruising right along. We're going into the proper second trial day, so...
Only
next
feels
time,
appropriate, really.
Yeah, making some progress
At long last. But yeah, Marshall is like our biggest, culprit right now. And he's looking pretty
Almost.
sus.
The good news for him is, again, because he was just a fake Goodman, and this happened at the same time as the murder, he couldn't have been the murderer.
But he
Like,
is sus,
unless
he is
like
lying.
something's... But he's lying. He basically broke into the evidence room. He was trying to steal evidence, I guess. Probably related to SL-9, because clearly both him and Angel have not let that go. So it definitely comes back to SL-9 at all.
Yeah, we've got the whole
Clearly comes
desperation
back to SL-9.
to find the closure on SL-9 now with them. And
It's actually interesting because Angel made it more clear than Jake that she was, like, really focused on it. Jake was a little more passive about it, but clearly he cares every bit as much, if not more. than Angel. So we'll see what that's all about, hopefully in the next episode, and that should be interesting, or the next two, or however that shapes out. We'll have to see. Depending on how long the trial former is, we might be able to combine them. That trial ladder was really short this time around, so we'll have to see how that goes.
I get the feeling this trial was going to be pretty fucking long. I mean, we might even get Angel back on the scene.
Yeah, and then it's crazy to think, because like I said, again, I don't know if this will be 2 episodes or if you do just leave it as one. At least in this session, though, we met Damon Gantz, who is quite the character as well.
Definitely left the biggest impression of a new character for sure. He is
he's something. He's a pretty iconic character.
He's a character of all time. I can definitely feel that.
He definitely a character that people remember for sure from this series.
For both good and bad connotations, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has like a silly side, obviously, on his face. He definitely has like a serious and maybe even sinister side. But I'll be curious to see, what else we get from him, and where everything goes. Because there's still a lot. There's still like a budding conspiracy, and we still don't like. We're getting somewhere with the actual case, but there's clearly still a lot more that's under the surface.
Yeah. We made some progress, and we got a whole lot of new mini-games, which I'm sure I'm going to play again, but it feels like we still are not even close to being done with this.
You mean a whole lot of mini-games that you might play again in, like, 5 games from now, because all this tech is DS tech, so you won't see any of this shit in the rest of the original trilogy.
I don't think I'm done with them in this chapter, though.
Oh yeah, there's that. There is presumably if this does go the full 3, there could be another trial day, and even if it doesn't, who's to say that even during the trial that there couldn't be some sort of interactions.
In other installments, but I feel like we're not done with it for this game just yet.
Yeah, and like I said, other installments you're good for a while, because like I said, most of this stuff isn't gonna pop up in the original
if they do
trilogy.
come out of this alive, I'm not going to be seeing Emma or Lanna again for probably a very long time.
Yeah, the earliest you could see them would be, like, in theory, would be, like, investigations.
And the worst part is that when we do see them, it'll actually be, like, a first introduction. It won't be, like, a reunion or anything, because this is a weird case. This is a weird chapter. Is this even canon in anything? I don't know.
No. So no, that's not true. It will be a reunion if that does happen, because, again, so this case happened after the original trilogy, but before everything else. So if we see them in something, so no, it would be like a, hey, that character.
Oh, fair enough. That's good to know then.
In theory, there could be a direct correlation with some of these characters, where it's like, this was a character that they were like, oh, like the characters that they might have been like, oh, we're going to use in like newer game, like in games or a game or games, and they're like, oh, we can work it to where, like, there's more to the, like, they're actually like a recurring character, because they'll be introduced in this in Rise from the Ashes or whatever. So who knows? But that's for a ways in the future, if at all. So
yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing this. Getting Marshall on the stand next, getting all those members of the I want to say DL6 now, of the SL-9 instant up there, and see what's going on.
I don't think it helps that there's an L in it too.
Honestly, they knew what they were doing.
Well, it's just like the Lanna, Emma, Mia, Maya thing, where it's like, it's the mirroring of the sisters and everything.
Yeah. But yeah. Pretty good stuff.
That was a good session.
That was a long ass investigation.
Definitely, both between the trial and the investigation, there were points where it was like, oh, what do we do? But that aside, it was I had fun with this, and it was a pretty hearty session, a lot of content out of it. So
yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty good for this part. We are getting somewhere now. We are getting somewhere, and we are becoming great detectives for skills that we will not use ever again in this trilogy. You could say that Phoenix is evolving as a detective, as a, because that's literally part of the job of being a defendant in this universe. He is evolving more as a person with Emma than he ever did with Maya, but unfortunately, that will not be a thing in Game 2. So yeah,
Well,
guys.
we'll see.
No, we won't. But guys, that's going to do it for this part of Ace Attorney Rise from the Ashes. Hopefully there's no mysterious issues that come up with this, because this game seems to be a little cursed, or specifically this chapter does so far. But yeah, we will see you next time.